segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's Day Off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups, Meerkat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up, earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions side with tips. If you can, just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And now, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
Let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big ups to your hat, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person.
This one's for all my baby girls.
And it starts to click, you know, if someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing, right? Apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words.
You have no respect. Do you value money more than our friendship?
But that's the way of them saying, we want nothing to do with Phil at all moving forward. Let's make up a bunch of shit or twist a bunch of shit to make him sound bad because everyone hates him now anyway on the internet. So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all, they're completely washed. The cans are clean.
You have no respect for people people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words. It's I will not do this thing
You
again
have no respect.
because I feel bad about it.
He watches too much WWE. John starts getting text messages at 6 o'clock in the morning. That means it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. So now, when you start reading them, you start looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense why he's even texting. And it's not even coherent. So you start wondering if the guy was, like, if he's been drinking and texting.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me...
Right guys, going to go through the bingo card stuff today and maybe fine tune it a wee bit to see what we can get rid of or maybe add to it. So that's why I got an earlier start today as well, because I wanted to kind of also do it together, get a general consensus. What do we need to add? What do we need to get rid of? All that nonsense. And by the way guys, if you want to turn the music down a bit more, as a how's the levels, because I thought we might as well have some Meerkat music playing while we're trying to do this bingo stuff as well and sort the card out. So if people want me to adjust the volume, just let me know. I'll adjust the volume on the fly. Actually, on the fly is something people wanted me to add to the bingo card. Let me check Pig Go right now to see how often it says on the fly. It's funny, I just said it naturally there, but Phil says it sometimes as well randomly. Yeah, Phil says it quite a bit. Well, sometimes he says it quite a bit. So on the fly, Phil said it on the 3rd of July, the 20th of July, the 24th of July, and they said it twice on the 26th of July. So on the fly, even though he says it, he doesn't say it a massive amount. 4 times in 1 month, is that really worth to include it on the bingo card? It's one of those things. You can actually see as well guys, I've added a new one right at the very end there, microphone bump. Phil has a habit of bumping the microphone with his hand when it gets animated. So I thought that might be worth adding, personally. Hey Prophet, how you doing pal? Hey Warren. You managed to wait long enough, congratulations Warren. I've seen your wee message earlier on. It's taking too long. In time zones, every 24 hours, shocking isn't it? Right, so sometimes I think we have had a few close calls out of the bingo cards. Let's work together. And yikes be added. Well, before I add yikes, let's check how often it appears. It doesn't say it much, he's only said it once, Spitfire in July. If I add it, it's a big risk. He said it 1 time so far in July and that was on the 12th. Prophet, I'm doing good. I'm having a better day than yesterday anyway. I managed to finish work on time. It's a fucking lovely feeling to be able to finish a fucking work when you're meant to. You know, so I'm fucking buzzing the fact I was able to just end work at the normally scheduled fucking time, not to worry about doing all this extra shit because of problems with fucking software or whatever. Yeah. That's all in the past. Today's a different day, and today was a smoother day for work. I swear he says it far more than that. Pig Go is scamming. Spitfire, you gotta keep in mind, I'm only doing podcasts. He might state a lot during gameplay. Or something like that. There's some things that he is kind of prone to saying a lot during gameplay. Or even, you know, in between streams. I'm only focused on the podcast. It's a shame, Prophet, busy day ahead. I mean, needs must, pal, needs must. It is what it is, you know. Busy days are a pain. All we can do is do our best. And at least we're not Phil. There's some stuff he says more at night too. Exactly, Warren, exactly. This is the thing, like I said, this is a podcast bingo specifically, you know. I do sometimes do bingos for special events, like I did it for Ask the King, which was painful. I mean, that was a long fucking session. Don't think I'm going to do a bingo for the closet stream, I don't know. Part of me feels like I don't want to put myself through that torture, but that's a future problem. Right now we're focused on the night, today, whatever your interpretation of it is. For me it's fucking evening, for you guys it might not be, it's fucking maybe still be morning for you guys. It is what it is. So, does anybody want anything removed? Is there anything on this bingo card you guys don't want there anymore? Like, you guys know how I feel about meaningful, don't you? The word meaningful. Phil always says it when it's not on the fucking card. Whenever we've got it on the card, he refuses to say the goddamn word. So, I personally wouldn't actually mind getting that word to fuck. What the hell? Oh. The fuck was this? This is playing yesterday's Dark Days Mirror. Why did it stop playing? Why did it stop playing the mood? It just completely stopped playing the fucking playlist for some reason. Very weird. Meerkat's playlist just decided to go fucking off tangent.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. Alright? The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive, like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Yeah, I mean that.
Right, what are people saying? That's where a lot of us restreamers are at. We really don't want to do the closet restream, exactly, yeah. Jesus, D-Dog, you're in Australia. 3:11 AM. I can't see it. Does it include DSP frantically pointing at the sub tip amount? I could actually add him pointing to text. That's actually a good shout. I'll just pause this very briefly, you know, just so we can focus. I do like the idea of him pointing as a good sign, like pointing to the text. That's a really good shout. He does that all the time, to be fair, especially when although he might not do it this time because he's hit his members goal now. In the space of like one day, he went from fucking, you know, begging for a miracle to getting that fucking miracle. In fact, I made a fucking video on put it on Twitter. It's only like a 25-second video or something. Actually, fucking show you guys right here. If I can fucking, I'll just show you a fucking thing right here if you want. Let me pull it up and fucking show you 2 seconds. So fucking, that's a fucking 22-second video. There we go.
And if you're not a member and you're considering joining, please do. If we hit 585 members by the end of the month by some miracle, we're going to lock into the next React event.
The next day.
You know, yesterday AJ dropped like 40 or something like that, which is greatly appreciated. So that means, indeed, we have locked into the next React event.
Yeah, I made that just randomly, like last night. In the space of a day, Phil fucking got his miracle. He literally asked for a miracle. A miracle, by definition, is like divine intervention of some sort, you know what I mean? He was begging hard for that to happen. And his whales did not disappoint. They heeded the call. They fucking came out in force. They just gift all these subs. Although it is going to mean, though, he is going to lose a lot of subs. I mean, by the time next month comes, he might be under 500, genuinely. Tomorrow's his day off again, isn't it? No. His day off, I believe, is Thursday again. It was meant to be Wednesday, but that changed apparently, Warren, so his day off is going to be Thursday. Dash, yeah, I know we're early, because I wanted to try and get some bingo card stuff sorted. I wanted to talk to everyone else about it. Use day off is guaranteed for today. It could do, Prof, I could do. Right, what was I saying? So yeah, I fucking Phil begging for a fucking Murray. So that's what I'm saying. Phil might not do this to point. I do love a suggestion of him fucking pointing. Like pointing at text on the screen. Also, when he's trying to fucking chase those fucking members, not sure he will point down the way. He's like, oh no, look down here at the members shit. I'm pretty certain his day off is not fucking tomorrow. Let me double check for you guys. I actually have Phil's Twitter here and also have his schedule. Yeah, Thursday is my day off from streaming this week, it says. On Wednesday, which is obviously tomorrow, he's not sure what he's doing yet. He's either going to be playing more Final Fantasy VII, or he's going to do Batman again. He's doing Batman today, and he might do Batman tomorrow as well. And the evening stream is either more Multiverses or Fable livestream. But yeah, he's definitely streaming tomorrow as well. His day off is Thursday. And then Friday he's going to play whatever did not get played on Wednesday's main stream. At least that's what his schedule says. So there you go. But so yeah, guys, is there anything on this bingo card you guys do not want to see appear anymore? Let's have a good, thorough look at everything. Are people happy with like the first line? Let's just go line by line very quickly. Him doing like scat talk, him saying sound good, him saying Twitter, okay, alright, help, him being toxic, him talking about food, him burping, him saying tips, or everyone is agreeing, I guess. People are happy with all that, I assume. They're happy for that to stay. We don't need to worry about getting rid of them, at least. This is like an audit, basically, of the bingo card stuff. So people are happy about the first line. Fantastic. Cool. Let's just go. There's a lot of stuff on the card. It's up for up for potential selection. So lip smack, that's usually a winner. Him saying members, him drinking, him saying support, him swearing, saying fuck, him saying time, him digging in his ear, him saying positive, him saying content, the leaning ban. People are all happy about this. So guys, feel free to go through it yourself word by word. I'm taking my time as well to try and go through it with you guys, but you can see for yourself on the screen as well. Everything is on here. The people, there's like YouTuber jealousy. This is one that is an interesting one, and he shows random jealousy towards either someone specific or just more successful YouTubers in general. Do people still want that to stay? What about a dumb close-up? It doesn't do that often these days, it feels like, him having that dumb close-up. Do people want that dumb close-up to stay, or do they think it's now something that he doesn't do as much anymore and should be temporarily retire it? What about the soundbox? The soundbox is essentially dead. Yeah, it's still trying to use it occasionally, but it definitely needs new batteries. So this is what I'm saying, these are all... He did one yesterday, exactly, Dasha, exactly. He did it out of nowhere yesterday, but it's something he doesn't do a huge amount anymore. Is it common enough to include in a bingo card? This is kind of like saying, like, so everything on this bingo card we can see Phil doing. We can agree to that. But it's a case of, is it common enough to still want it appearing potentially in a bingo card? Brian Gilbert, why do you waste your life on eBigger? Like, I mean, Brian, I could ask why you're fucking wasting your time right now if you think it's a waste of time to play some bingo. It's a simple enough thing. People can spend their time however they want. If you're enjoying in here, wondering these kind of things, each to their own. If that's how you enjoy spending your time, fair enough, bro. Battle Bro voice crack, does he do that much? I can't recall any. It does happen quite a bit. Replace Snow Carl with 1 Minute Man. Nah, D-Dog, that would not really work too well, I feel, because 1 Minute Man doesn't usually get a mention until gameplay. Can maybe change jealousy to trash talks, YouTubers, other streamers, yada yada. People don't want the Snow Carl mention anymore. Okay. Someone giving you guff for wholesome bingo. Yeah, it's just what it is. Error's gone ahead. People do a ton of things to have fun, wise. I mean, it is what it is. Let's focus on the bingo stuff, guys. How about adding complaining about chat? Him complaining about chat. I don't know. Does he usually complain during the fucking podcasts? He usually doesn't pay a huge amount of attention to chat. It's usually during gameplay where he complains the most about nobody being interactive enough and all that shit. Yeah, Snowcar only works if a dent is there, so it's super risky. Like, I guess that's the thing about bingo, you know, everything's got a chance. You all asked for, says Daijodan. Let me pull up Big Pig Go and see how often that appears. There's a podcast name, that's a guy, he's going to say it every time, welcome to the Level 1 podcast. He's going to say that every time, that's a bit too common. Hang on. You all asked for. Let me just search this very quickly. You all asked for. Just type in you all asked. He doesn't actually mention that apparently, Daijodan. It has not appeared once. Him saying those words you all asked, that's not appeared once on the podcast. It says it sometimes during gameplay when it's slow. Prophet says he may complain about chat if what happened last night overflows into this morning. Quite possibly, yeah. No one was paying attention, could be another one. Paying attention, I'll type in up paying attention, see how often that. We have 39 results for him saying paying attention. He said it. Well, this is interesting, guys. What do we think about paying attention? He said it on the 11th of July, 13th, 2 times, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, and the 23rd. That's quite a few times in 1 month he said it, even though there's only 39 results for him saying it overall. He said it like several times throughout this month already. Paying attention could be a shout to add to it. Or even just the word attention. The word attention, just in general, could be just good to have. I feel like complaining about audience attention goes into complaining. Is positive on there? Positive's already on there. What are we watching? Well, we're going to be watching Phil's podcast, Level 1 podcast, but we're playing a little staff game of bingo while we do it. But right now we're just trying to prep the bingo card very quickly. I started a bit earlier than usual just to try and go through the bingo card stuff and see if we need to remove anything. People want Snowcar removed because it's too risky. If he's not there, then it's like a game killer for a full card. So, Snowcar, you're gone. Right. What about some of these things down here? You said voice crack. Uses a phrase or a word wrong. Remove Snowcar, yeah, he's gone. What's hand graphs? Sir, Mr. Professor, hand graphs is when Phil will literally do some strange wee hand gesture to indicate things getting popular or not popular. Like he'll treat it like mountains, like going up and down or whatever, you know. So and he has a habit of doing it a lot lately for some reason. He really likes doing hand graphs with his hand just to indicate how popular things get or how unpopular things get. So yeah, I'm just trying to think. So we've got a YouTuber. I mean, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm getting rid of. I'm going to get rid of this, guys, and this right here, the YouTuber legacy story. I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. I feel like it ties in too much to years ago story. I'm getting rid of the YouTube legacy story because it ties in with other stuff as well. Like years ago story where shit or him saying other crap. Replace friends with Rambo. No, Spitfire. Sometimes you'll address the chat as his friends. Hello, friends. It's not actually that unusual for him to say friends. But it doesn't say Rambo much at all. It very rarely says Rambo unless prompted to. Right. I'ma be honest. Honest is on here. We've already got honest. Right there. Idiot. The self-brag. I'm getting rid of self-brag as well. Right, this is just a wee clean up here. It says thus a lot. If people want me to add thus back in, I will, but I don't actually think he says it as much as he used to. He had a spell where it was his word of the day. But it's funny because Pig Go keeps hearing him say thus. As like he says, instead of saying as dusk falls, Pig Go says as thus falls. I guess, I mean, it's so funny, Pig Go. He doesn't say dusk properly, he says thus instead. Is soundbox still in there? It is, but I don't think it should be. He stopped saying thus on purpose because the tractors were laughing at him. That's what I thought, Sir Mr. Professor. That's exactly what I thought. Right, the dumb close-up I'm keeping in. The soundbox I'm keeping in. He does still try and use it, obviously, even though he needs new batteries for it. Defense mode. I'm getting rid of defense mode, I think. I'm not, I feel like I need to get rid of some of these modes. So we've got siege mode, me mode, and defense mode. One of them has to go, I think. I don't know. Behind the scenes, he actually doesn't. He says that quite a bit still, behind the scenes. Right. Behind the scenes, he has said on the 24th, the 17th, the 16th, the 15th, the 13th, the 12th, the 10th, the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, and the 1st. He says behind the scenes a surprising amount of times. Behind the scenes comes up quite a bit. Siege mode is basically when he folds his arms. It's a thing that we borrowed from Piece of Peace, because Piece of Peace calls it siege mode when, you know, he folds his arms and addresses his chat. So whenever Phil folds his arms when he's talking, it's just called siege mode. At least Piece of Peace calls it that, so I just borrowed a term because I liked it. But I feel like we need to get rid of defense mode or me mode. I'm just trying to think here. People have been saying, well, that's another one right there. Him saying, you know what I mean, or what I mean by that is, I don't know. Me can go, okay. I'm getting rid of the me mode. There we go, it's gone. Him yawning, I think I got rid of as well. Right, I think I like... He's getting really defensive lately. Okay, true, so defense mode stays, but media mode goes. Drama, hateful slurs. See, here's another thing, guys. Hateful slurs can really tie in with him being toxic as well. Annoying T sounds. Don't know what that means. I find he says alright a lot when he wants to wrap it up. Oh yeah, that's why it's on here. It's we have it here. Oh. Thank you very much for the subscription, Veterinarius. Is sorry. Goat Lucci says, is retcon there? It's not on here, but well, it doesn't say it much either, does it? He said it the last time Phil said retcon was in June. We're not going to add retcon. The last time Phil said it on a podcast was on the 18th of June when he said the word retcon. But aye, we've got hateful slurs, we've got him being toxic, we've got him... I'm just trying to think what else we got. Is there anything else similar to that? Just want to read the whole list here. Right, I'm getting rid of one other thing, guys. This is another one I'm getting rid of. Hate to say. I think hate to say is a bit too temperamental. I don't know, let me search Pig Go just to... No, he says it a lot though. He really does say it a lot. Thank you very much, Prophet, for the super chat. He says the annoying T sounds is like liquidity instead of liquidity. I basically just said that the same fucking way. But you said it the first way. It's like liquidity instead of liquidity. Annoying T sound, so because it has a kind of weird thing with his T's, doesn't he? You guys though would need to really have to listen out for that during a bingo. You'd have to like really be on the ball to make sure you don't miss like, these annoying T sounds. It's one of those things. It's like, that's a very specific and precise thing you have to listen out for. It'd be funny if it says Twitter, because that's a 2 for 1 if they're both on the card. Right, okay, fine, I'll add it. Annoying T sound. How's that? Happy with that? Every time it says Twitter. Annoying mouse sounds. Basically him speaking as a fucking annoying mouse sound VLX, but it's a good shout. It's really obvious when he says the word art. Dude, I'ma be honest. I hate to say it's going to stay. I was going to get rid of it, but it's going to stay. There's one last thing I want to check before I actually get around to picking the card properly. How often does it say meaningful? It says it quite a lot. Okay, I can't get rid of meaningful because it still does say it quite a lot, even though whenever we need to fucking say it, for him to say it, it doesn't. Siege mode is there. Right guys, I am going to take this list here and we are going to pick today's bingo card and then we can enjoy some good old Meerkat music while we wait for bingo to start. So let me show you guys the screen, the browser. Contribution support, buy-in support's on there. Support's one of the big ones we got anyway, so we've got that. So guys, we have the bingo card here, Make Your Own Bingo Cards website I use. So this one can generate like, you know, so many different bingo cards. We've got all the fucking options right there. And once again, my mouse cursor is invisible. You can see it going over a little scroll bar here. Oh, you can see it again. This is invisible until I clicked, and then look at that's maybe it's invisible because it doesn't actually select. Okay, I think that's what it was. If it's not, if the browser isn't selected as a main thing, okay, that's what it is. I understand why a fucking mouse cursor disappears randomly then. It's because it's not actually the main thing I'm selected on the computer at a time. Fucking one mystery solved, hooray. Right. We need a word. It's invisible when your browser's in focus. Exactly, said yes, so I understood that right right there at the end. I finally figured it out. So, we need a word, or a phrase, or an action. So people can use one of the new ones if they want. So as I said, I added microphone bump because he tends to bump the microphone with his hand when he gets all animated. But there's also him pointing the text on the screen, like he points to the tips or the members. Or we've got the brand new one there of annoying T sound. If people want to use a new one, I think it could be a good shout. I think he's definitely scared of leaving his gated communities. It could be, yeah, it could be. Give more blood, how you doing? I just had tea cakes. I had one tea cake, but yeah. Hope you're doing well, give more blood. Thumbs up. Snivy Sunday is suggesting thumbs up. I did nothing wrong. 1651 says, this right here sucks. I've always pointing at his own username. On my screen, he's pointing at his own username. So he's basically kind of pointing at himself and saying he sucks. Right. I am going to pick thumbs up as the bingo thing to search. It does a lot of thumbs up, exactly, yeah. I need a number, guys. I need a number between 1 and 234. Jeffrey Walsh with a 77 immediately. Jeffrey Walsh got in there super fast. We're going to the 77th bingo card. Or thumbs up. Which is this one right here. So guys, this bingo card on the left hand side is our bingo card for today. Him making a weird noise, him saying detractor or trolls, him saying new games, him saying you know what I mean, and him giving the thumbs up. Him clearing his throat, him using the sound box, him saying you see, him saying interactive, and him being toxic. Him saying idiot, him using his phone, him snorting, him saying meaningful, and there's that fucking cursed word meaningful again, and him saying Twitter. Him saying likes, him saying variety, him saying okay, him putting his hands through his hair, and him having any scat talk. And finally, him saying unique, which he says more than any other fucking word in existence, I feel. The chair creak, him saying support, him saying would be great, and finally him pointing at text on the screen. So that is a bingo card for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, guys. I know I started a bit earlier than usual, but I just kind of wanted to go through the bingo card. It's been a wee while since we've had a good audit of the bingo card and trying to do a little bit of spring cleaning. What can we add? What can we remove? Let's try and keep it a bit fresh and see if we can, you know, just make sure we don't get stuck in a bit of a rut. We have been close several times in the past. The closest we've ever come was 24 and a half out of 25 because we could not decide. It was the most strangest thing. We couldn't decide whether Phil chewed his nails or not. All we needed was him chewing his nails, and he kind of like did a strange thing where he picked his teeth. It was like people couldn't decide whether he fucking chewed his nail or not. It was very bizarre. And he was talking at the time as well, so it was like mid-word. And he just decided just to have a poke around his teeth. That is the closest we've ever come to a full house of 25 out of 25. But yeah. That's why if fucking renamed it, just to have him, if he puts his finger in his mouth, Chew's nails got replaced by finger and mouth, just to try and avoid that situation happening again. Yeah. I am happy enough for the bingo card. I'm going to save it now before I lose it, because that would be embarrassing if I did that again. Happened once before, much to my humiliation. Yeah, the bingo card. Good stuff. And okie dokie. Today is the 26th. Yep, there we go. And there we go indeed. Fantastic stuff. Mind the Gap says, how about adding 1080 60 frames next time? I mean, if he's talking about his PC, yeah, that's a good one. If he's not talking about his PC, that won't happen. So that's a very... We need to be sure he's going to be talking about his PC, essentially. And there's no guarantees of that happening, Mind the Gap. It's a good shout for that happening, though. He says some of these things like 7 times per minute, dude, yeah. We might have to be very on our toes right from the get-go here. We might get several things happening immediately. You guys are really going to need to make sure that I don't fucking drop the ball here. In fact, I might really be utilising the pause button early on just to make sure we do not miss a huge lot of stuff right at the start. It's not just a PC, it's remasters to it. That's a good shout, Mind the Gap, yeah. It's a good shout. For now, we'll stick to this, obviously, and we've got our list, but we could add to it later on. We'll just go, we've got this for now anyway. Let me just save my list. There we go. And yeah, let's Phil awake yet. Romance Cat. Good to know he's there. I'm jealous, I want to play Batman now. I absolutely loved your return to Arkham City playthrough that you did 2 years ago. So just misled. The early arse kisses are in. Support is support, and support's part of the main list, yeah. It's not a part of this bingo card, I believe. Don't think it is it? No. It's not on this particular bingo card, but it is on the main list, support. So, yeah. It just didn't make the cut this time. So, yeah. Okay. We're still waiting for Phil to basically turn up and go live. He's playing Arkham Asylum, yeah. But, yeah. Let's enjoy some more Meerkat music. And I'll get a bingo set up. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago. A lot. For about a year. I played it pretty hardcore. Alright, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. Alright? It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big up Skier Dad. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my stream, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put on positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay?
I was thinking, guys, we've actually got a wee bit of time on our hands, you know, so why don't we just, you know, have just a wee bit of a browse. I don't actually, no, we'll always come back to it. I was going to say, what's the easiest way to get to Prophet's channel? Can I? Well, there I am. I'm going to do a bit of a strange thing. There I am. Oh, for God's sake. I hear myself just there. Right, Prophet, where are you, buddy? There we go. Fucking go to your channel. There we go. Fucking go to your channel that way. Fucking wee hack. Prophet made a new video, guys. I've watched some of it, as you can see. It's his third part for Phil's PC build. Yeah. I just thought I was going to go on damn stream. I'm just clicking the link that way. So Prophet made another video, but I've not watched all of it yet. I just watched a wee bit of it. This is how you don't beg for a PC. For a new PC, part 3. He's done the first 2 parts already, and I enjoyed the first 2 parts. And it's just obviously he made a video just trying to explain some of Phil's latest fucking nonsense from what he said on the previous podcast, and trying to explain about how Phil wants to lower the price now, and Prophet is quite convinced that Phil, or a guy that's funding his PC, has watched his own videos on the matter, which could be very true. It's things in terms that Phil had used, which Prophet had used previously in his stuff, so it's one of those things where it's like alarm bells are ringing for Prophet. It's like, yeah, that sounds like he watched my shit, you know? Like, there's a luxury tax was one of the things you said, randomly to blue. Prophet that Phil managed to use himself. I think it was. But yeah, how about Prophet, if you don't mind, can we watch a wee bit of your video together? Not all of it, but a wee bit. And then if you want to watch the rest, we can throw a link in chat for people to catch it. Is that okay with you, Prophet pal? Because we've got a wee bit of time on our side, so I might as well try enjoy some detractor content. Do up cool stuff. I'll do it for like 5-10 minutes. So I'd say no. I don't do it all though, because I don't want to fucking have people able to watch like fucking most of it here and then not go to you. You know what I'm saying? So right. But I got about 10 minutes in, just about. So here's Prophet's like part 3 summer video, and trying to explain things. And it's, as I said, Prophet knows his computer stuff, man. He's a fucking, he knows far more than I do anyway, and he certainly knows fucking more than DSP.
Bodied playing Fightcade, so he ain't gonna do that. So again, he's not gonna game on this PC. Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
The whole point of me getting a higher end graphics card like that was supposed to be that I'm basically kind of future proofing myself to want to play games on it.
Okay, anybody, when someone tells you about future proofing their PC, they're full of shit. There's no such thing as future proofing. Okay, you could have bought a 2080 when it came out. As soon as Cyberpunk came out a year later, that game was unplayable on a 2080. It was useless, right? You couldn't do it. It could do ray tracing, but as soon as you enabled ray tracing, you'd lose like 60% performance. So future proofing really isn't a thing. What you need to do is you want to buy, if you're just getting into streaming or gaming, you want to make sure that you have a motherboard that has at least PCIe Gen 4 and that supports DDR4, DDR5. Okay? That's your starting base for your platform. Then you can choose a lower end processor, a lower end graphics card, and then whatever RAM you want with your system and your hard drives. Over the next, like say the following year, upgrade something. If you want to go from 16 gig to 32 gigs of memory, do it. If you want to put in a more powerful processor, do it. If you want to upgrade your video card, do it. Don't build this high-end system for yourself and then go, oh, it's future-proof, only to find out a year later there's a game that's going to come out that basically makes your system run like shit. Okay, so get future-proofing out of your head. It's a long process of keeping the computer upgraded and knowing what you're going to want to use it for.
But now I would say, well, if I'm trying to save a lot of money and not spend $2,400, you could probably cut hundreds of dollars off the price tag by downgrading the graphics card to something more mid-range. You see, hard drive, we had said 1 terabyte. I can likely get away with a 500 gigabyte SSD.
You can get away with a 250 gigabyte Windows drive, Phil. You don't even need a 500 gigabyte. So all you're doing is you're choosing the big number, Phil. You're looking at it, it's like, oh, 1 terabyte. That's got to be good. Okay? You have no idea what you want to use. And you're listening to all these deadheads in your chat who are all like, oh, you need a 3090 Ti and you need 64 gigs of RAM. You need to be listening to somebody like me. Okay, that's worked in IT for 34 years. Okay.
Rolf, I'm disappointed, man. You said me and didn't say re after it, man. What the fuck? That was a perfect window just to throw in a wee re in there just for the sake of it.
Okay. I understand what people like. That's why I couldn't do sales at Best Buy when I worked in Geek Squad, because I couldn't lie to people. Oh, you want to just.
Sorry, guys. That's Phil's stream live. That's Phil's fucking stream. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Phil's live and he's awake, so fucking hooray for that. Let's go back to some good content. I'll just rewind like 5 seconds.
Worked in Geek Squad, because I couldn't lie to people, being like, "Oh, you know, we want to just browse the internet and you know take some pictures and things." And it's like, "Oh yeah, we got this new Asus Zephyr notebook. You know, it's $3,000. It'll do you good and everything. And it'll last you a long time." No, fuck. You don't need a $3,000 notebook or a $3,000 desktop to do that shit. You could buy an $800 Nook, and away you go. That's all you really need. But all Phil sees is big number must be good.
SSD for the main hard drive of the PC. You see, graphics card. Excuse me, not graphics card. Capture card. Originally, we were saying get a high-end 4K capture card. Am I going to be capturing in 4K? No, I'm not. I'm not capturing in 4K. Right now, I'm going to be doing 1080p 60 frames. That's all I care about for now.
There's an issue here with the capture card. And what Phil doesn't realize is that if you want to get a capture card that does 1080p 60, if you're getting a card that just does full HD capture, meaning 1080p 60, it's only going to allow 1080p 60 pass through. So you have to go with the 4K capture card, Phil. And we'll actually look at this here in a little bit.
Maybe years down the line, I'm going to care about 4K. And if that's the case, maybe years down the line, I buy the 4K capture card. For now, I don't really need it. So 1080p capture card, right? RAM. Again, a lot of people were even saying, why do you need 32 gigs? Nothing uses 32 gigs right now. 16 gigs is the standard for RAM. You see? So basically by taking the things that we kind of went a little overboard on, saying if you have unlimited budget, ideal state, what would you want, right? We could basically kind of downgrade a little bit and say, okay, what's more reasonable price-wise and what realistically am I going to be using right now all the time that's going to improve my content versus what was some of the stuff that we were talking about that would be kind of excessive.
Okay, do you know what you need right now, Phil, to improve your content? Clean out your fucking PC, like I said. and set everything up properly. Your system is perfectly capable of doing 4K 60 FPS. Shit, it could probably do 8K 30 FPS. Okay? All that's going to matter is your webcam. And no, your webcam is not going to cause your CPU to use 90% of its CPU power. Fuck, on the weekend I did mine off my notebook, my Asus Scar 2. I had a double cam set up, 4K 60. No problem. Barely used any resources on my notebook.
Objection. I remember that wee stream, Prophet. Your second cam randomly froze at some point. So it was like your kind of strange kind of wee ghost thing, whatever. For the most part, though, your stream went very, very smoothly for sure. But yeah, I'm going to call a big problem right now. So, Phil, the big problem, you're giving Phil great advice here, and it's generally good advice for most people. Most people, and especially Phil, are lazy. That's the thing. People just don't fucking want to educate themselves on, oh, your battery died in your phone. Is that why it froze in? And so it wasn't like really a CPU. Okay, I didn't realise why it happened. So as I was looking at old E9 to do with the fucking computer or processing shit, it was just your phone had died, which is why the camera had froze. Cool stuff again. But Phil is fundamentally a really lazy person. This is why he fucking speaks about future proofing. It's so he doesn't have to fucking worry about tinkering with it and fucking trying to fix something or shit in case he accidentally breaks something. And to be honest, I am lacking education as well on computers, but I had a bad previous experience. I tried to install a video driver fucking years and years and years ago. I couldn't quite get it, and it didn't really break my PC, but at the same time, because I didn't install properly, I just fucking like gave up the ghost. But this was like when I was a fucking teenager, and I'm like fucking 35 now.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thanks Theo for the subscription, much appreciated. But Phil, this is always very sound advice, but Phil was too lazy to fucking care about doing anything to the computer multiple times over the course of years and years. I had a friend that could build computers as well, and he was quite solid at it, you know. I was like, we're fucking talking about the old school, like, shitty computers where he'd fucking try and play over dial-up internet, not shit, but he was solid at building computers and making sure it kind of was, you know, he always got parts for it essentially just to fucking make sure it's streamlined and it's performed as well as it could. And it's one of those things that's like, to me, it just fucking went over my head because I'm a dumb bastard, you know, I'm not even going to fucking lie. But I think these days as well, computers, even though they're getting more fancier, they do seem to be getting more, not simpler might not be the words, but there's certainly more help out there for people to fucking do this stuff and maybe build their own PCs. There's certainly a lot more helpful guides out there, and also Prophet as well, fucking built one himself, just to demonstrate how straightforward it can be to do it from scratch. He done it in a live stream the other week, so yeah, Phil's big problem. He's going to see all his good advice and go, oh wait, but it's going to require me doing something. It's not just going to require me giving money to a shop and getting a PC, having them ship it to me, set it up for me, put the plug in for me, turn it on for me, install OBS for me. Philip's fundamental lazy bastard syndrome holds him back from making the most of the equipment he's got. That's just my opinion. But yeah, guys, I don't want to fucking spoil too much of this video, guys. You want to watch Prophet's full video. This is the third part, remember. You want to watch it? I'm going to throw a link in chat. And I'll delete the timestamp, which automatically generated. There we go. So guys, that is a full video for Prophet for the third part here. If you want to check it yourself and watch it in full. It's 41 minutes long. And I'm planning to watch it myself later on once I'm done with the bingo stuff. As I said, I made a start on it at least, you know. But Prophet knows his stuff with computers. Definitely a good watch, would highly recommend. Yeah, I just thought I'd kind of give a wee bit of a good shout out to a fellow detractor that's making good content. Amran watched it earlier on, good stuff. Making the most of the equipment he has is a camera on. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So how are we doing for this is me, isn't it? A fucking bingo stream. Can I go back? Yeah, we go. We got our music again. And DSP lies, okay, so Phil's still alive, he's blaring away, I search and can't find it. It sounds like you need some more sleep. Seems a lot of people have been saying my PT of my playthrough of Arkham Asylum resonates with them. That's awesome. He's going to wax what he called that shit. How the fuck has this guy got to 624 subscribers, man? How many fucking gifted sub bombs has he been given? He is going to lose so many fucking subs. Jesus, man. He is. By the time next month comes, man, he might actually go under 500. Unless people are actually going to fucking follow up on their gifted sub. He has been gifted so much. It's incredible. Right, guys, I'm going to play some more music while I wait for Phil to go live. We should be going live in like 10-15 minutes time. So fuck it, we'll just enjoy some more Meerkat music while we wait for the bingo to start properly. But I just thought a wee bit something different. We had some time there, and I wanted to give a wee shout out to Prophet. He's been doing good work lately, so yeah.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? Why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups, Meerkat. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes, I pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way. Please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yeah, these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet. To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben taxes. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home, see? I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
I'm not a children's entertainer because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer.
Big ups to your dad.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control.
Like exploding in the stream chat. People who, they pretend like they support me. They pretend like they're positive, and they're not. They're shitheads. They sit here and they sneak this, and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up, either detractor memes or literal drama shit every day. They do it on purpose so that they can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my streams, you know? And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating. I just want to have fun, man. I really just want to fucking have fun. That's it. That's all I want to do is have fun with you guys. Fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have no taxes, bills to pay, nice chill stream today. You're having a fun and interactive time with me, and you're finding entertainment, positivity, and value in it, then the support should just come naturally, okay? I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to
pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill.
I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills,
bitch.
Pay Ben
taxes.
I have to pay Ben bills,
bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to
make money. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Oh, you're right. You will take the ban. You're absolutely right. You will take the ban. You'll take the ban hard right in your fucking ass. Get the fuck out. You're supposed to be someone I trust, and you're gonna be a dickhead and go behind my back and hurt me and insult me. Get the fuck out. You'll take the ban real hard right up the finger.
I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother.
That's right. This is the United States of Phil. I am the supreme being. I make the rules. What I say goes. This is my land.
A nice lean-in manual. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban. Ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban. Ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother.
Alright guys, how about this? How about everyone relax and let me play the fucking game and stop derailing my stream? Maybe I don't give a fuck that someone maybe in here who you're accusing of being someone else who was previously banned. Maybe I just want to play the game and I don't fucking care about you guys derailing. Like, there's people watching this stream right now, they're trying to watch me play the game. Here's everyone in the chat. There's someone in the chat who's someone else who might have been previously banned. They might be saying racist things to do that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm looking at the chat for the last 5 to 10 minutes. None of that is happening in the chat. None of it. It's just you guys screaming. My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent.
Darksea Devil. Is that how you say it? Darksea Devil? There's a Darksea Devil. Or Darksea Devil.
Hi, my name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Darksea Devil.
Hi, my name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Darksea Devil.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. I'm Darkside Phil, and today is Tuesday, the 26th of July, 2022, and I welcome you all here to the show and to an exciting new day of streams. A few things to cover here before we get started. First of all, I wake up this morning, and not only are my eyes incredibly puffy and feeling like gunked up and encrusted, my sinuses, my whole left sinus, completely inflamed. My throat, completely gunked up from post-nasal drip all night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we hit the first day of a 5-day insane summer heat wave here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. And because of that, the pollen, oh my God, must be out in major force. Now, overnight, I tend to turn off my air conditioners to save money, and you really don't need it blasting overnight anyway. So I just turn on my air conditioners on fan, and I guess what happened was a lot of pollen came in overnight. So I felt terrible. So this morning, first thing I did was take an allergy pill. I'm hoping it kicks in sooner rather than later, because I really, feel gunky and nasty. The thing is, when you have allergies, it's different than having a cold. When you have a cold, your whole body feels...
No, I need to rewind him for a second there. Did he just slip up?
So I felt terrible. So this morning, first thing I did was take an allergy pill.
First thing you did was take an allergy pill. First thing, right? What do you say next?
I'm hoping it kicks in sooner rather than later.
Hoping it kicks in sooner rather than later. How fucking long ago did he wake up? He keeps pretending he wakes up at fucking 9 AM 2 hours ago. It doesn't take 2 hours for a fucking pill to kick in. No fucking way. Is he just admitting that he lies about waking up at fucking 9 AM every single fucking day? He gets out of fucking bed at 10:30. And then just fucking crawls onto his fucking chat just to pretend he's been awake for ages. There's no fucking way he's been up at fucking 9 AM. First thing I did was take a fucking allergy pill. Get to fuck, Phil.
Because I really, feel gunky and nasty. The thing is, when you have allergies, it's different than having a cold. When you have a cold, your whole body feels, drained and shitty. I don't feel that way. I feel energetic. I feel excited for the day, but then I get all these symptoms of shit. Oh my God, I hate allergies. So, I'm hoping for the best. Sorry, I'm probably not going to sound great for this episode of the Level 1 Podcast. I'll do my best to try to sound as good as I can. And the thing is, typically when I have a day like today, usually over time, over a course of a couple of hours, it tends to clear up, especially when I take in a medication like this. It'll take effect, and eventually everything will clear up and I'll feel better. But we got to get to that point, okay? Dark Maggot says he's had over 2 weeks of temperatures over 100 degrees in Texas. And he says he hates summer, but this makes him hate it even more. Here in Washington State, we rarely hit 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The problem is, because we're a state that has moderate temperatures, the state's not equipped for temperatures that hot. The homes don't have central air installed. The businesses don't even really have a lot of businesses don't have air conditioning. So when we get crazy heat like this, the whole state kind of comes to a crawl. I've been getting health warnings and alerts on my phone from the state of Washington saying, hey, if you don't have air conditioning at your house and it gets so hot, come to this place where we're going to have a cooling center where we'll have mist going and hydration and free stuff to make you feel healthy when it's so hot. That's how crazy it is. The good news is, for the first year ever, after last year's insane record high temperature... Money, oh, money, money.
Thank you very much, Tubert, for the subscription. Much appreciated.
Temperatures last year during the summer, we hit 111 degrees, the hottest it has ever been recorded here in Washington State. Okay, we got another air conditioner. So now we have 3 air conditioners for our house, all pumping, one for the office, one here on this side of the house, and one on the other side in the bedroom. And that helps keep the temperature down a lot better than we had last year. The problem that we used to have was it would only come from this side of the house, and then that whole side of the house would be hot as hell, and then it wouldn't go downstairs. So unless you were in that room or this room, you were hot. So now we've got 3, and the 3 keeps the entire top floor cold, and that allows that air to go down the stairwell into the bottom floor. And we have a big fan set up in the front hallway that blows the cool air into the bottom floor. So even though it's like 95 something degrees outside, it's like 79 degrees inside, which is hot, but not that bad, you see. Anyway, I'm hoping for the best. I apologize in advance. I know I'm going to be like clearing my throat and snorting and doing gross shit on today's podcast, and there's not much I could do until this clears up, which hopefully it will sooner rather than later. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day. Today, on this very stream, I am premiering my only second ever playthrough of a game that actually a lot of people may not realize this. It's a game that's very significant, all right, to my history as a content creator. It is. This particular game is the game that back in the day, before I was a well-known, notable YouTuber, before I made this my living and my job, when I was just doing YouTube as a hobby, a silly thing, okay, before you could even monetize gameplay videos. This game was the game that I decided to actually cover as if it were a big deal. I took time off of work, my office job that I had at the time, to cover this game for 2 straight days when it came out. I was one of the first people ever to upload a full playthrough of this game to YouTube in its entirety. And I became known by a lot of people on YouTube because of this particular playthrough that I did and the way that I covered it. In addition, after having played this game, I kind of decided that I liked doing it so much that I kind of wanted to do YouTube as a more official side thing. Again, I never imagined that one day it would be my job or a living, and now here I am having done it for 11 years as my job, right? But I basically, after having done this, I had so much fun doing this way. And then seeing the popularity that I got, the feedback I got, the positivity thrown my way, saying, wow, Dark Side Phil did a great job covering this particular game, and we'd like to see him do this for future games. It kind of convinced me to take things more seriously. And so I did start taking things more seriously. I started playing more games in this way, and eventually, you know, once I lost my office job 1.5 years later, turned it into my living. But this game has history. It really does. This game, excuse me, this game, in a lot of ways, kind of started up the modern era of gaming for that time period. It allowed me to see that games could have a crossover from other things in my life, being that I was actually a big fan of this comic book series and this character when I was younger. I had watched movies of this character, the animated series of this character, and money, oh, money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage 606 for Super Chat. He said, imagine using those crap closed AC units instead of spending money on a central AC because you burn hundreds of thousands on a mobile game. Fucking the two, right, man? Imagine the fucking amount of waste of money that Phil has in his life that could really make his life a whole lot better. Think of fucking the things this guy could have experienced with the fucking income he's had. He should have had some incredible experiences in his life, and I don't just fucking mean fucking, you know, he could have had a fucking dream honeymoon very easily. You know, if he could have fucking gave Liana what she wanted. But she loved this fucking idiot. Liana loved this man, and he broke her heart because he was not trying to fucking take her seriously enough to fucking actually get her married. And then she fucking left him. So what does he do? He panic finds someone else that's fucking stupid, stuffs her full of fucking potatoes, puts her ring in that finger, gets her a fucking cat, even though he's fucking allergic to him, just to fucking make sure that he won't get abandoned again. Does Cat love Phil? Well, who knows? She probably fucking appreciates the fact that he fucking provides a fucking home for her and some fucking Skyrim for her to play. But Jesus Christ, man, the amount of fucking life that Phil could have enjoyed and really made the most of, and he just didn't. It's incredible to me, man, but hey, fucking, it's Phil's life, I guess, you know, that's just how he fucking has his life, you know. But I fucking earn a fraction of what Phil does, essentially, you know. But I get to enjoy a fucking life than he does, man. I got to go to fucking the Canary Islands recently, man. I fucking went to, so summertime the Canary Islands roasts your fucking bollocks off, man. As soon as you fucking get off a plane, you're sunburnt, essentially, you know what I mean? Wonderful week, though, essentially. I had a wonderful time there. It was a great holiday. You know, it's one of those ones where it's like, it could easily be a honeymoon destination, essentially, you know, that kind of fucking thing. It was just such a good wee time. All inclusive as well, you know what I mean? So, it's straight to the bar every time, get a refill of, you know, a mojito or a beer or whatever. Just great stuff. This is stuff that Phil could comfortably do, like, easily. He could probably do it once or twice a year with the fucking income he's got, but he chooses not to. He would rather throw his money into a mobile game or DoorDash and all that shit, man. It's crazy to me. The memories he has fucking of his adult life is essentially cooped up in a room trying to get money from people so he can spend it all immediately in a mobile game. This is his life. Anyway, thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat.
I never really felt that there had been a video game that had done the character justice until this game came out, and that's why I actually decided from all the reviews and everything that was coming out that I wanted to cover it in full and give it a lot of time and attention, even though I knew I wasn't going to make any money or anything off of it. I just really wanted to see where things would go. The game that I'm talking about, of course, as everyone knows, is Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the tie-in game. No. It's Batman Arkham Asylum. Okay, it came out in August of 2009. 13 years ago. Okay? And I remember having played the demo of it, being blown away by how the graphics looked and how the game kind of felt like you really were the Batman for the very first time. I had played Batman video games before this, but never had I seen one that really felt like it was, you were Batman. You know what I mean? Like, I had played beat 'em ups, I had played platformers. I never really played a game where, wow, they got the character. I mean, they got Kevin Conroy, the person who voice acted the Batman throughout the entire 1990s for the Batman animated series and the Justice League cartoons, to voice act Batman for this game. Obviously, they knew what they were doing, and they knew that people would have that resonate. You know, oh, wow, that's Batman from my youth, and now he's in a video game. You know what I mean? And I just remember liking the demo so much and then seeing so many good previews of the game. I was like, that's it. I'm taking time off of work to play this thing. I want to play it so badly that I'm going to actually take 2 days. I took 2 vacation days when this game released to play it. And it was really awesome doing it that way. I'd never done that before then. The way that I treated YouTube was just kind of a silly hobby. I would go to work, come home, and every night play a couple of hours of video games and just upload the videos to YouTube. That was that. In this case, this was a game where I wanted to play it so badly, I wanted to dedicate time to playing through it as soon as I could and seeing what would happen if I could actually get that playthrough up on YouTube right away. So I took entire days off of work to do so. And it was stellar. Let me put it that way. Like, me playing through this game within 2 days, uploading the full playthrough to YouTube. The feedback that I got was absolutely outstanding. People were blown away. They were like, first of all, that someone would do that, right? Because this was, by the way, I should emphasize, 13 years ago. Absolutely no one was getting games early. 0 people would get a game early and do a playthrough on YouTube. First of all, full playthroughs were rare. It was more like a walkthrough tutorial video. You know, there weren't a lot of full playthroughs of games with commentary on them on YouTube at this time anyway. And in addition to that, anyone who got an early copy was like a journalist, you know, a big...
Armando Guerra, he said meaningful. Did he say it recently? I can rewind if you want. Did anyone else hear Phil say meaningful? Can anyone else, clarify? Armando, do you think he said it recently or was it a while ago? This is what I'm saying, guys. If I miss anything, feel free to tag the hell out of me in chat just so we can go back and check that shit, you know. I don't mind fucking pausing and rewinding or whatever just to confirm if Phil said something or not, because I want to make sure we get a fucking full 25 out of 25, and especially fucking meaningful. That fucking word meaningful has been the fucking bane of my existence. Okay, every time it appears on a bingo card, Phil does not say the word, even though he says it all the fucking time if it's not on a bingo card. It is, so I'm going to rewind like a minute or so, right?
Gaming news.
That's a whole minute rewind, right?
Come home and every night play a couple of hours of video games and just upload the videos to YouTube. That was that.
Is this far enough, do you think? D-Dog fell asleep. It's okay, man. He puts me in fucking sleep as well. Don't worry, Prophet, guys. If you miss it, you miss it, you know, but as I'm saying, this is, we don't have to fucking worry about being live, you know, even though it's fucking live stream, we can catch up. Armando, do you think it happened before us or after us?
In this case, this was a game where I wanted to play it so badly, I wanted to dedicate time to playing through it as soon as I could and seeing what would happen if I could actually get that playthrough up on YouTube right away. So I took entire days off of work to do so. And it was stellar. Let me put it that way. Like me playing through this game within 2 days, uploading the full playthrough to YouTube. The feedback that I got was absolutely outstanding. People were blown away. They were like, first of all, that someone would do that, right? Because this was, by the way, I should emphasize, 13 years ago. Absolutely no one was getting games early. 0 people would get a game early and do a playthrough on YouTube. First of all, full playthroughs were rare. It was more like a walkthrough tutorial video. You know, there weren't a lot of full playthroughs of games with commentary on them on YouTube at this time anyway. And in addition to that, anyone who got an early copy was like a journalist, you know, a big gaming news site. You know what I mean? Like, you know, IGN and GameSpot or Game Informer. They were the ones who got the early copies. There were no selected influencers and gamers who were so big on the internet that they got the games early and they would play them early and have full review.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage 66 for the super chat. It says, seethe harder about big streamers oinky. That was actually very well timed because he is literally seething like hell right now about these fucking guys that get games early. I guess it's fucking fine when Phil got games early and shit. Keep in mind, this guy pretended his console was Japanese so he could fucking play Dark Souls early. It's like he fucking like spent yen. He converted money to yen and pretended his fucking console was like Japanese or something so he could play Dark Souls early. This guy would fucking hibernate outside fucking shops at night and be just so he can fucking get the game up immediately. And it was never about fucking the quality of the fucking gameplay for Phil. It was just be the first, be immediate and all that shit, you know. It was like fucking breaking news. Phil plays a game and uploads it while he fucking makes some random ass strange comments. But the bingo's going very well so far, guys. And oh, nice.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, DMG75 for sub chat. He says, can you keep it up? I feel your pain. He is an annoying C. Yeah, see you next Tuesday word exactly. He is very annoying. Aye, but people are definitely doing playthroughs and even calling them let's plays. If in like fucking 2007 and not in 2008, Phil was somebody who got popular doing it, that's for sure. He considers himself one of the pioneers. He really does consider himself one of the pioneers, and it's up for debate. To be fair, I don't actually know too much about the time. It wasn't the first. That's what I'm sure. He was not the first. That is for absolute certainty, and I think Phil would actually agree with you in that regard as well. But Phil managed to get his prime was fucking 2000, like between then and 2012, not shit. That was his prime essentially. That's all I mean. He was making stupid ass money at the time, man. He was fucking living the gravy train lifestyle, man. What the fuck is Phil talking about? Oh, people getting games early. Right now, he's jealous about people getting games early.
Reviews or full playthroughs up early. No one was streaming games at the time. So someone like me was able to go on release day to GameStop, buy the game, come home, unbox the game, play it right away, and within 2 days of playing it, I was one of the first people on the internet to have a full playthrough up. And the game was outstanding. I loved every moment I played it. There were a few cryptic parts. For example, I remember I got drunk playing it that first night. Keep in mind, as I told you guys many times, back then my life was very different. I was kind of depressed. I was an alcoholic. And so every night I would drink. And I remember drinking rum and coke, trying to play this at night, and getting stuck on this one part where all I needed to do was use the bat, I forget what it's called. It's the bat grappling hook that goes like horizontally. Is it the line launcher? I think it's called the line launcher. Now I'm thinking about it. So all I had to do was use the line launcher to get across this gap and get to a door. I couldn't figure this out. I spent like an hour drunk trying to figure this out, and people laughed their asses off at it. They were like, dude, this is the funniest thing ever that Phil can't figure this out because you can hear he's drunk as shit and he can't figure out this one part, this one
money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Australian Doom. For Super Chat, he said there was a time when PewDiePie looked up to Phil in the early days of YouTube and Phil had more subs than him. Now look where the piggy is. Exactly. Phil stagnated. He did not fucking adapt to it at times. Other people fucking did. Started doing what he did, but doing it a lot fucking better. They adapted with it at times, they improvised, they fucking did what they had to do to fucking make themselves grow. They listened to their audience, they listened to their feedback from the audience. They basically made sure their fans were happy with what they were seeing, and also the people that fucking got bigger on YouTube did so through their own hard effort and determination and whatever resources they had as well. Also, some fucking people have maybe had more advantages and more opportunities. That's just the way it goes in life in general. But the fact of the matter is, Phil had all these chances to fucking make himself grow and get massively popular, and he fucking just did not run with that ball. The ball was given to him, and he just fucking dropped it. He's like, what do I do with this? Nobody's told me what to do with this ball. What am I supposed to do with this ball? You still haven't told me. And he just fucking just drops it and looks for a fucking walkthrough or something while fucking holding a bottle of gin. Brotherhood of Steelman says, like how Phil was talking about depression, meanwhile he shitted on a viewer for saying they had depression, but Phil had change and is positive now. Oh wait, that was a year or so ago. Exactly, yeah. Phil fucking had depression. I'm convinced of something. It's very controversial, but I don't think Phil has ever been diagnosed with depression. He just fucking felt sad. He was a wee sad boy because he got fucking fired from his fucking job. You know, he started doing well on YouTube and that shit, you know, but he was not with Machinima at the time. This was before Machinima as well, keep in mind. But he was a wee sad boy on YouTube, and he was fucking making videos and that shit, but he was fucking, at this time he was still relying on handouts as well. Even though he has grown on YouTube, he relied on people fucking giving him support and PayPal. And so this was like the start of the begging days for him, essentially as well. Before Machinima fucking came in clutch and had, you know, stopped him from having to beg at the time. He was never fucking depressed in my opinion. He was just a wee sad boy. People get fucking sad all the time when life fucking throws them lemons. It's just that for Phil, it's like he considers it, oh, I'm fucking suffering depression because I'm a bit sad today. I do not think Phil has ever actually tried to be so depressed that he actually thinks that I have to end it. Depression is a serious fucking thing, and I don't fucking like Phil misusing it just for his fucking own benefit here. Depression's a very serious fucking disease. I don't suffer from it, but I have friends that do, I have family that do. I think I'm safe to say everyone in this fucking chat right now knows someone in their life who suffers from depression, and what Phil has shown is not fucking depression, it's just him being a fucking sad child because he didn't get what he wanted in that particular fucking time. It kind of irks me, to be honest, you know. Not to get all Steve or the dead about it or whatever, but it kind of irks me to see Phil misuse something seriously debilitating for people that have to fucking suffer for this kind of shit. I don't know.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
First of all,
Yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
But first of all, I had no idea Steve Dead was even in the chat, so me using him as a reference to, like, I did not even know you were fucking here, Steve Dead. Hope you're doing well and hope you're not offended. I just used you as an is that an adjective or a verb? I don't know how I used you in that context, but I hope you don't mind, sir. But good to see you. Black Mesa says, thank you very much for super chat. He said, as we all know, alcoholism just goes away forever. It never goes away. One of my favourite fucking presenters is a Scottish guy who was in American TV for a while, and he was called Craig Ferguson. And he done a late show before James Corden took it over and fucking ruined it. But Craig Ferguson was somebody who is an alcoholic, and he, even though he stayed dry for years and years, over a decade, it was like 14 years dry at a time, and he talks about his problems on his past alcoholism. And he considers it that you never fully stop being alcoholic because and it's all in your head. In his head, it's a case of, like, you know, the desire to drink or whatever, the urge to, his addiction to it is always there, even though he hasn't touched alcohol in so many years. And I kind of love the way he kind of presented these kind of, you know, obviously demons in his life and how he's combated it.
Yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Ulf the Arbalest, for the subscription, and also to Conroy who subscribed as well. I didn't get a shout out as well, so thank you very much to you. That's what I'm saying, like, Phil gets a bit of money and all of a sudden all his fucking woes are cured. You know, it's unbelievable. Phil, I don't believe, was genuine alcoholic. He just got drunk sometimes. Just the same way that Phil gets sad sometimes, and he confuses that for depression. It's so fucking... This guy, seriously, does not understand what any of these fucking ailments. Depression and alcoholism are two very serious fucking things. I'm way behind just because I fucking had to rant. I'm sorry, guys, but we can continue the bingo. We'll continue on, and fucking hopefully I'll get a fucking full card today. But I really hope it says meaningful soon, because that's the bane of my existence. Seeing meaningful in a bingo card infuriates me, because whenever I want him and need him to say it, he doesn't. If it's not on there, you can guarantee he'll say it.
Puzzle. I ended up saying fuck it, getting so frustrated. I said fuck it and went to sleep. I woke up the next day when I'd sobered up, and within a few minutes I figured it out, and I was like, wow, I guess this is a lesson that you can't just be doing this stuff, right? Okay. So, excuse me. Oh my god. So, sorry about the allergies. Yeah, this is a pretty special playthrough, and like I said, this playthrough, when I did it, the way I did it, was the first time I'd ever really tried to get a playthrough of a new game up right away as quickly as possible and took it seriously. It was more of a focus of anything else in my life. I'd taken time off work or whatever, and people appreciated that and really loved it. And it's funny because, you know, I think what happened was people at the time saw that maybe me doing stuff like this on the internet could be more than just a silly hobby. They were, wow, if Phil would do this more professionally like this, like he would cover games at launch and do them right away, maybe something bigger could come of it. And it was my first inkling of saying, hey, maybe this isn't just a hobby. Maybe eventually this could become something else. Again, never thinking that it would be my full-time job or anything like that, but wondering, could it be something more? Now, incidentally, all right?
He had so many chances to say the word meaningful there, and he didn't take it. I swear to fuck, he knows what the card is.
A lot of things came out of my Batman Arkham Asylum playthrough. First of all, at the time, we didn't know there was going to be a trilogy, right? So when you're playing Arkham Asylum, you're like, oh, this is like the best Batman game ever. This is outstanding. Little did we know that within a few years, Arkham City would come out and completely blow us away, taking the formula outside of a more linear Arkham Asylum where you're confined to the asylum itself and its grounds, and moving into a giant open world city where you could actually hover around and act like the real Batman's traversal techniques and things that, you know, holy shit, right? Like, seriously, holy shit, that blew our minds. We didn't know that was coming, you know? And in addition to that, like, it really opened my mind to say, wow, this is where modern gaming is going. My whole life, you know, the only video games I'd ever really taken seriously were competitive Street Fighter games, because I was a competitive player. I would travel to tournaments and whatever for a very long time. Really, it was Batman Arkham Asylum. When I played it, I was like, wow, gaming is like advancing to a point where now it's like cinematic, and this is just as good as any movie I've ever seen. This is just as good. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like it was on an entertainment level, like everything else that was out there, television series or whatever. And I was like, wow, I'm very excited now to see what the future of gaming will hold. And the fact that I covered this game the way that I did and people liked the playthrough so much, it kind of encouraged me to put more effort into the YouTube hobby that I had done. Keep in mind, mid-2009, I hadn't even been putting up YouTube videos for a year yet. I actually started in September 2008. Not even a year in, you know, this is the game that, wow, it encouraged me to put more time and effort into it and to kind of double down my efforts towards YouTube. Now, a few things about Arkham Asylum, okay? Originally, I played it on the Xbox 360. I remember that, and it looked absolutely outstanding. Since the game had come out in 2009, and then it was a trilogy of games, the game eventually was remastered in a collection called Return to Arkham. This collection featured both Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, with redone graphics for modern consoles. But even this collection at this point is kind of outdated. It came out, what, like 4 years ago or something like that? So a few years ago, I actually played Return to Arkham City. You guys wanted to see that first, because Arkham City, everyone kind of collectively agrees, is the best Batman game in the trilogy. So I played it during the summertime, about 2 years ago. This incidentally was when we all stumbled upon the online code to reserve our PS5s, and me and like a dozen other people on an Arkham City stream got our PS5s that way, which is pretty neat to do as a community. But I always wanted to kind of go back and play Arkham Asylum again, because it was the one that started it all, albeit it is the one that's the most outdated, because, like I said, there's no open world traversal in this game. You're confined to the asylum, and it feels a lot more linear and confining than the other two games that come after it. But I've never, in 13 years, gone back and replayed this game, with all the other games that I've gone back and replayed over the years, I never played it a second time. And it's funny because as I started talking in the last week or so that I was going to play this game this coming week, a lot of people have come to my streams and been like, this is the game that I saw Phil play back in the day. This is the game that sold me on Dark Side Phil on the internet. It's what got me noticing Phil's content, and I started watching him at this point consistently. This is a blast from the past. You know what I mean? Oh, did I? Kazumi says, actually, the original Arkham Asylum I played on PS3 because it had Joker DLC included. Oh, I don't even remember that. Was it the challenge maps? I think it was the Joker challenge maps, wasn't it? Now I'm starting to remember. That's right. If you pre-ordered it on PS3, you got the Joker challenge maps. And that's why I played it on PS3. But then later on, I played the future games, I believe, on Xbox, right? I think you're right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that little tidbit. People remember this trivia stuff better than I do.
You'd think he'd fucking make an effort to try and get the details right. I mean, he is fucking trying to talk about his own fucking... How fucking addled has his brain that he can't remember this apparently historic and meaningful part, you know, this is like the game that started DSP gaming, essentially. This is the game that first got massive popularity, apparently. And it could even be able to fucking make sure the details were accurate.
So anyway, I've never gone back and replayed it. Even when this Return to Arkham collection came out, I never went back and replayed it. But then, when we were actually doing Viewer's Choice stuff, like a month ago, all right, we hit a members goal. We were going to do a Viewer's Choice playthrough for the summer. People started nominating and voting on games. It was actually the channel members, all right, people who were members of DSP Gaming here, who nominated and voted and said, we want Arkham Asylum. It actually came in third place in the overall vote in the Viewer's Choice poll. So I said, why not? When we get a chance, right? Let's get to it. And now it's been about a month. We got through a lot of other stuff. We're getting to it. And I'm excited to get to it. I'm excited to play this again. Because, again, I've never played it again in 13 years. Now, here's the really weird thing about this. Okay? We got a major case of Mandela effect going on. I swear to God, I remember playing this a second time. I swear to you, I do. I remember a few things. Like, I remember the Killer Croc fight. I swear I did it a second time. And I swear I remember doing the end of the game again against the Joker. And I'm not going to spoil for you guys because the end of the game has a twist to it that you're not expecting. It's weird because I swear to God, I also remember doing the line launcher part a second time and saying to you guys, oh, see how dumb I was when I was drunk back when I first played it, how easy this was to figure out, and I was just so stupid I couldn't do it. But I never did. This never happened. I searched the internet. There's no second playthrough. I never replayed Arkham Asylum. I swear I did. I don't know what it is. Is there like a weird alternate universe out there somewhere? An alternate timeline, Darkside Phil, who did replay Arkham Asylum at one point?
Like possible, he doesn't in Blip, and he just doesn't remember. I mean, I don't think he can find his Blip stuff anymore, other than what detractors have kind of archived there, especially, you know, like the Dead Space stuff. But all that shit he did in Blip, I think a lot of it's gone. So it's possible he could have played it during his Blip times. That's just my random thoughts. He seems very convinced he played it a second time. That's the only time I can think of maybe he fucking played it. The Mandela effect, good on profit. It's deja vu, it's fuck knows. He had so many chances to say the word idiot there when he talked about himself there about the fucking zipline thing, and I didn't use it. I am so annoyed. We should be getting more bingos, but Phil's being a prick.
I don't know, but I swear to God I did, but I didn't. So this is cool because it's the first time in 13 years that I'm playing the game again. This is a game that really convinced me to take YouTube more seriously. It's a...
Why the fuck is he repeating every single fuck? He said this like 10 times. Did you guys know that this is the first time Phil's playing this game in 13 years? Did you guys know this is the game that fucking made him take YouTube seriously? I don't know if you guys know that yet. Let Phil tell you another 10 fucking times just in case you don't fucking understand that. Jesus fucking Christ, man. We fucking get it. You played this game and it got fucking popular on YouTube for you, and you got a few people fucking noticing you. Congratulations. You don't need to tell us 10 fucking times.
Playthrough that for a lot of people was the playthrough that got me noticed on YouTube, and people started watching my content more seriously after this because they liked how seriously I took the game. So it's very meaningful for me. It is to be.
Yes, he said meaningful. He actually said meaningful. It's not a bingo, but to me it feels like one. To me that feels like I cannot believe he actually said it. Let me tick that beautiful bastard. Thank fuck he finally said the word meaningful. So many times we've had that fucking word on our cards and he's refused to say the fucking thing. Thank the fucking Lord. There is a fucking God up there after all. He said the fucking word meaningful. I don't even care what happens the rest of the fucking stream. I'm happy. He said a fucking word. I mean, I'm so tempted to play the MLG horns, but it's not a bingo.
Replaying this, but I swear to God, I already did it. I guess I didn't. I know for a fact that I returned to Arkham City at one point. When I played Arkham City, I returned to it. I think there was an expansion DLC featuring Catwoman that was added in later. So I know that I returned to Arkham City for that. And I know that I replayed Arkham City 2 years ago, as I've already stated. But I guess I never really did replay this game. Now, also there was Batman Arkham Origins. Now, Arkham Origins was a spin-off game not made by the same studio, Rocksteady, that made the Batman trilogy of Arkham games. It was a spin-off game that was meant to capitalize, quite frankly, on the popularity of this franchise. And it was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I definitely felt like it was inferior to these games. But that's not what I'm thinking of either, because I remember that one had Black Mask and stuff. That's not what I'm thinking of either. I don't know. It's a really weird thing. Everyone remembers better than me because people are saying, no, it was a Harley Quinn DLC. Catwoman was launch day DLC. Everyone remembers better than me. You know the other thing that's really weird? So this trilogy ended a long time ago. It ended in 2015 with Batman Arkham Knight. Okay? I remember 7 years ago sitting right here in this spot. Of course, things were a lot different. I was sitting on a love seat.
This might be the swatting story. Wasn't it that game they got fucking swatted? This might be the swatting story.
A whole different setup here with a different laptop and a different... I don't know if I had this microphone. I think I did. I think I had just gotten this microphone. I had a different TV, you know. But I was sitting right here in this spot playing Arkham Knight 7 years ago. And that was the end of the trilogy. It doesn't feel like 7 years ago. Like, I feel like my whole life since I moved here has been this crazy blur. But it's nuts because I've lived here 8 years. You realize that? 8 freaking years I've been here. It doesn't feel like that. It really doesn't. It's nuts to me because, like, damn, the Batman trilogy ended 7 freaking years ago. And if you do the math, okay, I started making videos on YouTube 2008. All right, I moved in 2014. That's only 6 years. So technically, I've been making content here in Washington for 8 years. I've been making content right here in this office, in this spot, longer than all the content I made before I moved back to Connecticut. It doesn't feel like that, though. It really doesn't. And it's really wild because there's people who, like, have only watched my content since I've been right here. They only know Darkside Phil as the guy in this office filming and broadcasting himself playing games, while to me there's like a whole lifetime of times before then from Connecticut that was a very different time.
I'm trying to fucking wrap my head around this fucking strange rant. To me, it's so Phil seems confused about the fact that not everybody knows the entire history of his life apart from himself. Am I understanding his confusion right? He's like, it blows my mind that there's people out there that don't know what I used to do like fucking 20 years ago. And it's like, no, well, why the fuck should they know that? Do you want to start giving your fucking new fans homework? So they fucking are educated on the history of DSP? What the fuck do you want, Phil? What honestly, fuck? He seems genuinely blown away at the fact that some of his fans are not aware of his past exploits. If I was Phil, I'd be fucking delighted that some of my fans were not aware of my past exploits. I'd be like, you're great. Thank you very much, guys. You don't need to fucking worry about what happened in the past. Just, you don't need to worry. Blank slate. Don't search for anything. Like, modern day Phil is all you need to worry about. Please don't look at their fucking shit. Jesus Christ, man.
You know? Man. It's just so weird. It's surreal. It's surreal playing this game again after 13 years. It's surreal returning to this trilogy again. Talking about my origins as a YouTuber. It's crazy. It all kind of ties together. All right. So I'm excited. I am. I'm actually very excited to be replaying Arkham Asylum. I guarantee you there's going to be stuff in this I don't remember at all in any way. But there might be moments that I absolutely remember. Like I remember the Killer Croc fight. And how I would say, honestly, I liked it and hated it. For two, like, let me put it this way. Like when you see Killer Croc being built up that he's going to be in the game, you get all excited, especially if you see him in the cartoons and stuff. And then it's kind of a little anticlimactic because there really is no giant boss fight per se. But for those who never saw the original playthrough, I don't want to spoil it, okay? 1978 Samsung, there was a members only nomination thread where you would nominate games for viewer's choice, and this game was the most nominated, and that's how it became voting in the members or the viewer's choice poll. He says he can't figure it out where this game was nominated from. I mean, I literally talked about it every day for like 2 weeks. a month ago. If you weren't listening, I can't really help you. Anyway.
That comes across a bit toxic. That seemed a bit toxic to me. What do you guys think? Is that toxic? I just answer the question, just very simply, and rather than just fucking bring up the fact that, oh, if I can talk about it like a minute ago, just because you weren't here for it, I'm going to fucking make you feel like shit. Fuck off, Phil. Yeah, everyone seems to agree, toxic. Get that ass ticked. Toxic. We are close to a full line in the middle. If it says support, that's a bingo. And if that's actually the one thing we're close to right now. Everything else is like 2 away or 3 away. But I'm confident.
So, Batman Arkham Asylum. This should be very exciting. I hope that you guys are as excited for the playthrough as I am. Took a little trip down memory lane here. Man, to reminisce about it. 13 years. Think about that. 13 years ago, right?
Did you guys know it's been 13 years since Phil played this game? I don't know if he's mentioned that yet. I really don't understand. Just in case you guys were not aware of that, it's been 13 years since Phil played this game. I'm going to remind you in like 2 minutes' time, just in case you forget, okay? Thank you.
I looked completely different. I was a completely different person, right? Really, seriously. I mean, I looked nothing like I did today back then. At that point, I don't even think I was regularly appearing on camera, right? Okay. So, 2 thumbs up. I'm excited for this playthrough. Thank you to the members for nominating this game.
There's your thumbs up right there. But did you hear that? He actually bumped microphone as well. That is why I added microphone bump. Sadly, it's not on this card. But he is always fucking flailing his arms about, and he actually fucking bumped the microphone. So, thumbs up. We're 1 away from a bingo here. Very good. Yeah, he's always fucking hitting that goddamn microphone just because he fucking waves his arms a bit.
This should be a really fun playthrough to do over the next couple of weeks for sure. I think it's going to be very exciting. All right. Okay, so speaking of which, all right, let us talk about the schedule for the rest of the week. The schedule is very exciting. And in fact, we're going to do a poll and all kinds of stuff right now. Okay. So today, Batman Arkham Asylum, I should say, Return to Arkham Asylum. That's actually what they call the remaster. They call it Batman Return to Arkham Asylum. On the first stream, I'm excited to start this up. And actually, I have no idea how it looks. You know, this is the PS4 version now being played on PS5. We're going to see how it looks and go from there, okay? The late stream tonight is the first time that Fable Anniversary is now going to be moved from a daytime stream to a late night stream. We're basically in the final third of the game's plot. I don't know how much longer the playthrough has, but, you know, it's been a fun interactive playthrough. I hope that you guys who had been attending the Fable streams during the daytime will now join me for the nights. I assume if there is probably like 6 to 8 hours left in the game, that probably will take about a week to 2 weeks to beat it as a night stream. But it should be fun. I hope you'll come and chill with me tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Now, tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. And you might say, well, what am I doing, you know, tomorrow? You're going to determine that right now. I'm about to set up a poll on the main channel page of DSP Gaming under the community tab. That poll will determine what games I play tomorrow. So let's do it right now, okay? Can I head over there? By the way, thanks to the almost 400 people watching right now. That's awesome. So, there's 4 options for what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. So, here's the poll. Which games should DSP play on Wednesday's streams? Good luck. So, here's the combinations. Combination number 1. Final Fantasy 7 and Fable Anniversary. That's option number 1. Option number 2. Final Fantasy 7 and Multiverses. Now, it'll be kind of exciting to play Multiverses again because the open beta is right now. For the first time ever, anyone can play the game if they want. It's available on all consoles and PC. So if you haven't played Multiverses yet, a ton of people are going to be playing it today. And for me jumping into it tomorrow, there'll probably be a lot more competition, okay? Or Batman Return to Arkham Asylum and Fable Anniversary. So instead of Final Fantasy, it would be more Batman and Fable. Or Batman Return to Arkham Asylum and Multiverses. So, your options for tomorrow, the 2 streams. Option number 1, Final Fantasy 7 and Fable Anniversary. Option number 2, Final Fantasy 7 and Multiverses. Option number 3, Batman Return to Arkham Asylum and Fable Anniversary. Or option number 4, Batman Return to Arkham Asylum and Multiverses. The poll is now going live. Please vote. Again, DSP Gaming on YouTube, main channel page, community tab. There's the poll. Boom, right there in your face. Please vote. I will tell you the results as of the end of today's podcast, where, you know, what's leading. I have absolutely no idea what you guys are going to vote for. Okay? So there you go. So tomorrow's streams are in your hands. Please vote, and let's see where the voting takes us for tomorrow, okay? I'm off from streaming on Thursday. All right, I will not be here Thursday. It's my day off for streaming. I hope you all have a great day. Stay cool. And if you want to get caught up on all the stuff I've been doing here, enjoy. Remember, liking videos, leaving comments, all helps. I'll be honest. Recently, with a lot of the retro stuff I've been playing, I've been noticing a lot less likes and a lot less comments. That kind of sucks because it slows down engagement for the channel, especially at a time when I'm trying to hit a 200,000 subscriber milestone. It doesn't help that I'm not getting a lot of engagement. But I get it. I'm doing downtime stuff. I'm not doing new playthroughs. Once the new games start to hit, usually that's when engagement increases. I mean, I had insanely sky-high engagement during the Elden Ring playthrough. So it is what it is. If you are someone who's sticking around and watching my retro stuff over the summer, please support it if you can in any way. But the engagement stuff helps a ton, okay?
There's your first fucking bingo riff fucking stream. It said support, so there we go. I'm surprised I didn't say variety or unique. You know, I was expecting that to happen. But guys, that's our first bingo on the board. There we fucking go. The first of many, hopefully.
So when I return on Friday, the main gameplay stream, all right, will be whatever I didn't play tomorrow. So let's say, for example, Final Fantasy VII wins the poll, and I play that on Wednesday, then I'll be playing Batman on Friday. Or vice versa. If Batman wins the poll for tomorrow, then I'll play Final Fantasy on Friday, okay? Then, on the late stream on Friday, it's Friday Night Fights, my weekly stream where I play old school fighting games. Yes, it'll still be Capcom Fighting Collection, so we're going to see a lot of Darkstalker / Vampire Savior. We're going to see some Hyper Street Fighter 2 and some Gem Fighter Mini Mix or Pocket Fighter, depending on what you want to call it. Then, Saturday is a special day, because ladies and gentlemen, Saturday is my special marathon. What is in DSP's closet? Okay, maybe it's not that dramatic. But all day Saturday, we're going to have a chill and a fun stream. It's not gameplay.
Man, it's all coming in thick and fast here. Oops, sorry. It's all coming in thick and fast, though. That's another bingo right there. You're yelling houses. Not a full house yet. We're close, so he actually said would be great, and I went and missed that. But I think about it because he said it would be great for support. It was like 2 for 1 there. Soundbox as well. So he actually played a soundbox. There we fucking go. This has got a solid chance. He hasn't said variety. I'm pretty sure he's not said variety. Although I might say it here because he's talking about his closet. He's like, there's a variety of things. Who knows? If he points at this fucking re-image as well, that counts as him pointing at text.
It's not me reacting to anything. It's something completely different, okay? I've lived here in Washington for 8 years. When I moved across the country from Connecticut to Washington, I boxed up a ton of my stuff, put it into these bins, and when I moved here, I was like, well, I don't know what to do with this stuff as of now. Let's just toss it in the closet, and then eventually I'll do an unboxing or unpacking, and I'll see what's in there, and, you know, utilize the stuff. What really happened was, I jumped into, you know, being here. I bought a whole bunch of stuff to kind of replace the old stuff from Connecticut. So everything around me here is basically new equipment from when I moved. Almost nothing was a holdover besides maybe the game consoles. So I had collectibles, I had decorations, I had equipment, I had some games in a game collection and all kinds of stuff that I literally never touched. Okay? It just sat in storage bins for 8 years. Some of this stuff you guys likely know about, okay? Some of it you don't. I might have done videos on this stuff a decade ago, but I probably never did a dedicated video showing all this shit, okay? So, 8 years later, a few things have happened and changed, all right? Notably, as you guys know, I'm looking to kind of spruce things up in the last year. I've redone my streams and my content to be more refreshing and new. Let's take a look. I'm doing a full podcast, all kinds of setup and everything. I got all these decorations and things behind me for every day when I stream, right? The one thing I never really did anything with was this fucking closet. All that's happened is this closet has become more and more cluttered over time. More shit getting tossed in there, never really cleaning it out. So now what we have essentially is a closet that's jam-packed with stuff, with the stuff from my original move buried in the corners of it, and then other stuff pushed in front, okay? Now, I guarantee you that there's stuff in there that we can absolutely utilize, whether it's stuff I use just for my background, for decoration, for when I stream. Maybe it's actually stuff we can use for game playthroughs. I don't even know what's in there. So not knowing what's in the closet, I can't actually say, oh, this is useful, this isn't, all right? You know, a lot of people have said to me, why don't you just take some of your old equipment and trade it in and get credit? You're right. At this point, my PS5 is working well. I don't need a PS4 anymore. My Xbox Series X works great. I don't really need an Xbox One anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we could go through the equipment and say, oh, what's the old shit in there that maybe I could trade in and get credit for, and maybe get a new controller, because I really need a new controller. This one has a sticky trigger, and maybe do some other thing. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of been wasted because I haven't had time to do that kind of shit. But in addition, there may be stuff in there that just needs to get thrown out, and there may be stuff that actually can add to my current content, all right? And again, it's funny because some people are kind of like, well, this is going to be boring. Yet, over the past month when I tried to sell you guys on this event, I've gone into this closet time and time again, pulled something out, and everything has a story behind it, and you guys are entertained. You're like, oh, I see, that's kind of fun. So this Saturday is going to be something completely fun and different. It's going to be relaxing and chill. It's basically going to be me just chilling with you guys, looking through the closet, us going through everything, and figuring out, basically, there's three things. Is it going to be, I keep it and use it in my content, all right? I trade it in for credit, or I throw it out. That's what we're looking at, okay? And
it feels like he's like telling his fans how it's going to be. He's like, you guys are going to have fun in a stream. It will be a chill stream. It will be entertaining. It will not be boring. You know, he's fucking determined to make sure it's like fucking it is impossible, but this is not going to go horribly. But I have a feeling it's going to be hard for him to try and make this sound better than he thinks it's going to be. Because at the end of the day, it's just watching some 40-year-old fucking man-child go through all his old toys, trying to see what he can get fucking rid of or not, and it's just going to highlight his fucking irresponsible spending habits from back in the day, and even probably relatively modern day.
no, I've already said this a million times. I'll say it again. I'm not selling anything online. I'm not able to sell anything online. When you're a public figure like me, with a troll element that stalks you all over the internet, I wouldn't be able to sell anything online. Idiots would find it and ruin it for me. So that's not a possibility. But physically trading shit in is a possibility. Okay? All right. So the other cool thing about this is once this is done, not only could I maybe immediately start using stuff in my content, but also the closet will be kind of cleaned out, and I'll have room to do other shit in there, which is good. Trust me. You know, being in a business where every day I'm in here all day, it's tough to even clean this room. It is, you know, all day, every day I'm in here. Last thing I want to do is be in here more. You know what I mean? I get the fuck out of here as soon as.
Sorry, apparently I missed him saying trolls. Yeah, okay, guy, I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I'm going to take it, calm down. I'm sorry I missed it. Hang on. There, it's ticked. Don't believe me. I got it, I ticked it. There, okay, the horns played, the box is ticked green, I'm sorry I missed it. Thank you very much, guys, for keeping me right. I did my best to try and keep track of everything myself, but this is why I'm saying that I'm so glad I did this live now, because obviously people can help catch things if I fucking miss it, man. So thank you very much, guys. That is another goddamn. We are 5 away. 20 or 25, and he has to say unique, which he says, I cannot believe he's not said unique yet. He literally says it like 20 times a fucking stream. How in the hell has he not said unique yet? Dashi, I am not English. I'm going to demod you if you fucking call me English one more time. How has he not said variety? It's unbelievable. It just baffles me. Christ, man. Oh, someone in Phil's chat just got leaned. Their username was, is a mobile game addict. It's a fucking waste of money, but still.
As I'm done streaming. So it's finally an opportunity to kind of kill two birds with one stone. All right. Now, in addition to me doing the closet cleaning, there's also going to be a fun episode of Feasting with the King that's different. It's going to be the first ever best of episode of Feasting with the King. For those who don't know, we recently celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Feasting with the King. Does it feel like that? No. But I've done Feasting with the King since last summer. That was when we came up with the original idea and the original.
Right, I'm just going to fucking say this right now. This is a fucking stupid thing, and it really highlights the fact that the fucking food that you usually get for Feasting with the King essentially gets wasted. Profit, I'm actually part Irish. That's not actually. I am Scottish, but I'm a quarter Irish as well. So there you go, Prophet. You're kind of right. Aye, Feasting with the King. This fucking all the previous Feasting with the Kings where I wasn't a fan of it. Obviously, they just fucking threw out a lot of that food because Cat didn't like it either. It's important that they fucking. Why the fuck are these fucking stupid fucking chat pricks fucking go away? Fuck off. Stupid fucking bots. How the hell am I getting bots all of a sudden? That's what I'm saying. No, this is such a fucking stupid thing to just say. All the previous Feasting with the Kings were obviously fucking thrown out for the most part. Theo Red says that was when we came up with the original idea of me eating and reviewing food. Something I'd never done before. That was totally revolutionary content on my channel. Fuck yeah, exactly. Aye, but it's just striking to me that Phil is like saying we must have food that I previously really liked, just so we don't fucking chuck it out. Never mind the fact that he fucking begs to have a fucking meal out with his wife once a week. Now this is a second meal in a week that he's going to fucking beg his fans to contribute towards so Cat can enjoy the food that he has with him. just fucking give her fucking mashed potato or something, Phil.
The original idea was Indian food, and I got that goat curry. Remember how good it was? So, this Saturday, we're doing a special edition of Feasting with the King. What does the best of special mean? It means I'm taking 3 cuisines that have been the best I've had since I've done the show, and we're going to vote on which one of those you want to see me try again. All right? The 3 cuisines are as follows: Indian food, Mexican food, and Hawaiian barbecue. All 3 of those were so exceptionally good that I would not mind trying them again and having them again on the show. So you guys will be able to vote on what cuisine you want to see me try as of Friday when I come back. Because remember, Thursday's my day off. Okay? On Friday, during this podcast, I will post up the poll. You guys will vote for 24 hours on what you want to see me try. And then, depending on what wins, we will order on Saturday morning's podcast for delivery later in the day. And
I need to talk about that one. To me, it looked like it was pointing at a text there, but it wasn't actually talking about. It said on this podcast, and he pointed down below at a text, but he's not actually talking about anything that he's pointing about, if that makes sense. He's also just pointing down the way to talk about the podcast that he's doing right now. Should I untick points at text? I feel like I ticked that in too much haste. It was clearly, I mean, I'll rewind for you guys, he was clearly fucking pointing down below. Like the fucking...
I will post up the poll. You guys will vote for 24 hours on what you want to see me try. And then, depending on what wins, we will order on Saturday morning's podcast for delivery later in the day, and we will have a Feasting with the King best of episode. So, think of how cool this is going to be. There's not a gameplay stream.
I don't think I rebound far enough, and now we're fucking too far ahead. You know what, fuck it, I'm just keeping it ticked. Fuck it. He's going to point it again at some point anyway, fuck it, I'm just counting it.
There's not a react stream. There's no pressure here. It's just a chill day. If you ever just wanted to come and relax with me all day, here on DSP Gaming and just have a good day, come by Saturday. You don't have to be here for the whole thing.
Fucking how long was I going to keep that attitude until the fucking tips slow down? Oh, we're just here to chill and relax and have a good time, fellas. Aye, but you guys have not fucking given me any contributions in at least 24 minutes, and that fucking cat's starting to feel hungry, guys. Cat's starting to feel hungry, and Jasper, he would scratch your walls trying to get attention for food if he could, but sadly I declawed him. I mean, I adopted him without fucking claws. Poor Jasper might starve because you guys are not tipping enough. We are 4 away from a full fucking house. We might still do this, guys.
Just come by for a few minutes if you can be here. Just relax with me. And you know what? As I've told you guys, I need to diversify my content. All right? I can't just do the same shtick forever. I know that. This Saturday is actually kind of an opportunity to do something very different. It's not an ongoing playthrough. It's not a set event of commentary on something or whatever. It's just kind of chilling. And I'm down for that. I enjoy streams where we just have fun conversation. I really do. And this will be a stream where not only are we having fun conversation, but we're getting something done in the process. We're having a fun meal that's not pressure to try a new cuisine, but it's just to enjoy. I'm really excited for this. Many of you might think this is going to be boring. I feel like for those of us who enjoy my content because we like to just have a good interactive time together, this is going to be one of the best things I've ever done. I seriously feel that way.
How in the fuck did he not use the word unique? Also, he definitely pointed at the fucking thumbnail. That is him pointing to text, in my opinion. So the points at text in the bottom right, definitely justified. But how in the absolute fuck has this clown not said the word unique and all that fucking opportunity to say it and he refused to fucking say it? How? Fucking how? It says it like 20 times a fucking stream usually. Is unique the new meaningful? Is that what it is? Unique is a new meaningful where he fucking won't say it when we need him to say it.
Okay? So I hope you guys will join me on Saturday for that. That's going to be exciting. All right? And then we're going to get back to regularly scheduled stuff on Sunday. Likely, again, whatever I played on Friday, I will not play on Sunday. So let's say, for example, Final Fantasy gets played on Friday. Well, then we'll play Batman on Sunday, and we'll balance that with late night stuff. So we'll get to that when we get to that. All right? I actually don't even know at this point when my next day off is next week. I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday of next week, Thursday of next week. I have no idea. All right? So here we go with trolls. So I'm not even kidding you. The trolls are like, they're salivating at the mouth. Do you want to know why they're salivating at the mouth? They're hoping that during this closet event, I'm going to pull something out of my closet with personal info on it that's going to completely expose something. I have no idea what they think is in there. I really don't. I don't know what the hell concept they think.
I'm personally not giving a shit. I don't know about our detractors. I don't know how detractors are looking forward to this fucking event. I have no idea where he's fucking getting this from, but I don't know a single fucking detractor that's actually looking forward to seeing what Phil can pull out of this fucking closet. This is fucking strange, like, diverting attention of shit. Like, It feels like he's desperately trying to avoid what the thing that most detractors actually are talking about. He's desperately trying to avoid addressing WWE champion, so he's making up fake detractor theories. He's actually fucking come up with his own fucking detractor conspiracies himself, saying, oh, we're fucking obsessing over the closet. We don't give a fucking shit about your fucking closet full of fucking stupid expensive shit that you bought over the fucking years. You've already shown us you fucking overindulged and spent too much fucking money in the past. This is not news to us. And you fucking also revealed very recently too much information on your fucking daily crap where you showed your phone with that fucking stupid game in it. You fucking retard. It's just, it's incredible, man. It's incredible, man. He's desperately fucking trying his best to fucking make sure the chat and we'll talk about anything other than WWE champions. It's out there so much and he can't, why the fuck am I getting these fucking bots? Dashy, do your mod, do something. Right, I fucking removed them and I fucking reported them. Fuck it, stop bots coming in. I'm going to need to talk to Piece of Peace and how he fucking gets his bots. He has a thing he has set up so the bots don't come up for him because he has a strange setting. I'm going to consult him. Ah, Christ, man. Yeah, the bot's gone. Cool. We're 4 away from a fucking full house. Hopefully this is the fucking time. And hopefully fucking bots stay away.
That might be in this closet. Serious, what do you think is in there? Right? I have no idea what they think is in there. But they're like, literally someone just said it in the chat right now. But what if you pull something out with all this person? What are you talking about? What do you think would be in there? There's no bodies in the closet. All right, I can tell you right now, sadly, there's a skeleton in the closet. But there's no bodies in the closet, all right? There's no super secret info in there. There's no gold bars that I've been hoarding and hiding from the authorities. There's no drugs in there. I'm not Walter White. I don't have a meth lab in my closet. Maybe I do. We'll find out on Saturday, all right? But I don't know what people think is going to be in there. You guys are crazy. Again, the crazy trolls, right? They're nuts. They think the weirdest shit. And the other thing is, this is the dumbest thing too, right? Here's the closet. I'll go in there. Let's say, for example, there is something personal in there. All right. Like, I'll give you an example. There's some income documents in there from, like, I remember when I first started doing stuff here in Washington, I'd put all my income documents, like bills and shit, in there. Do you think I'm going to pull that out on stream? Why would I do that? Why the fuck would you care about bills from 8 years ago?
I actually would care. I don't know about anyone else, but I'd be kind of curious to see what it is fucking spending 8 years ago. Anyone else curious? Let's get a show of hands. I can't see your hands, obviously, but you know what I mean, though. Let's see who else would actually be curious about seeing Phil's bills from 8 years ago. It wouldn't be relevant information these days, but I'm kind of just curious what the fuck he was spending money on 8 years ago. Like, keep in mind, 8 years ago was 2014, so it was right before things went to shit for him. He'd just moved, I think, there. He'd literally just moved to Washington. Dash out up for it, Profit, be up for it, give more, but want it. D-Dog is falling asleep. Wake your fuck up. There's bills to fucking view. Empty Moon, Cobain. There's so many people that I'd actually be curious to see Phil's bills from 8 years ago. I personally fucking don't give a shit about anything else in his fucking closet, but the fucking bills from 8 years ago? Why the fuck not? Sure, fucking show us that, Phil.
Right? Why would you care about that? Why would I want to talk about that on a stream? I'm going to say, okay, here's bills from 8 years ago. I can shred these. Right? I can actually go to, like, there's shredding events that they hold. I can go get these shredded now whenever I'm ready.
Shredding events? Oh, for fuck's sake, how the fuck off, fucking stupid fucking bots. He talks about shredding events like it's some kind of convention. Like, is this like fucking Evo or Comic Con? The big shredding event? You fucking all turn up with your things to shred and it's a fucking big show, and when it fucking finishes shredding, everyone cheers and all that shit. What the fuck is a shredding event? Is this an American thing? Is this a Seattle thing? The Seattle Shreddathon 2022. Special guests, some fucking top of the line shredder. Straight from fucking, you know, what's that big tech fucking convention? I don't know. Shredding event, skate event, yeah, it's like a fucking skating term. Bunch of these fucking skateboarders turn up to a shredding event. It's like, this is fucking false advertising. What the fuck is a shredding event, Phil? You seriously fucking said shredding event and kept a straight fucking face. What in the absolute fuck?
Because here's really old documents I know I can get rid of, right? It's like these people are so mental. They actually think I'm going to say, oh, here's my income documents from 8 years ago. Let's go through bill by bill. Oh, look, here's a credit card I used to have. Let's see what I spent in April of 2015. Let's read it off. Oh, la 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 la. You have to believe that there's smarter people on the planet. La 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 la. Oh my God. Anyway. Ridiculous. Anyway, Saturday should be fun, okay? All right. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Oh. Oh.
Well, no, he's definitely fucking pointed at a text, so there you go. Look at that fucking dumbass face. That face Phil has when he sees fucking Tyrone. Oh shit, that's again. So, Smith Super Awesome Review says, all this tells me that there's something in the closet because he's been too extra about it. Who knows? I don't fucking know. I don't personally fucking care. But we'll see. I think it's going to be a fucking boring event, personally, a closet event. Amran says, Renton apparently has a thing where you can take documents to the police station and they will shred and dispose them for you. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that is. I'm pretty certain they wouldn't fucking call that a shredding event. Fucking the local police was like, hey, welcome one and all to this weekend's big shredding event. We got some special guests today. This guy's a streamer online, apparently. And fucking Phil's introduced us like, hey guys, I'm DSP Gaming, you know, I'm here to shred some stuff, you know, I'm looking forward to the shredding event today, you know. Don't mind the camera, I'm just fucking recording this, you know, for business purposes. Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
We're at 624 members. Holy shnikes. Yeah. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we went from like 510 members to 620 in like 2-3 days? And I want to say thank you to everyone who contributed to that, because there's a ton of people. AJ Gamer, Email, Squirrel, among other people. There's a bunch of people that came here.
It's free people. It's pretty much free people. I don't know why I thought I'd list all the fucking names where he knows like fucking free people pretty much. In fact, I think two of them are the same fucking person. I'll actually rewind that just to see him still trip himself that way.
In 20 in like 2-3 days. And I want to say thank you to everyone who contributed to that, because there's a ton of people. AJ Gamer, Email, Squirrel, among other people. There's a bunch of people that came here. Oh, I think last night wasn't it like Rekagrom? I forget his name. Let me find it. Oh wait, he didn't tip me. He was on the YouTube side of things. Wicked Grom, excuse me, Wicked Grom. Yeah. So basically, in the last 2 to 3 days, a bunch of people came and gifted memberships. So not only did we hit the tier 2 members goal for the month, which means we have locked into doing the next React event, and don't worry, after we get through Saturday's closet event, that's when we'll start to plan the next React event, okay? And that'll be probably around mid-August. So not only did we hit the tier 2 goal, we are now only 10 members away from tying the record. It was about a month and a half ago, we had 634 members. That's the highest we've ever had here on DSP Gaming. And with Batman this week, with the event on Saturday, I have a feeling we may actually beat the record. I don't know if we will, but it's kind of cool to at least be close to beating it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 634 is the overall record. And if you're not a member, there's tons of benefits. If you want to help the channel out, give some memberships. I'm sure people would be very appreciative. So, just throwing it out there. We're almost to a new record here on DSP Gaming, which would be awesome if we could tweet that maybe in the next week before the month ends, right? Cool. All right, outside of all of that, there's not much going on gaming news-wise right now. I was looking at gaming news stories this morning, and there really wasn't too much too interesting to me. I think there's a few things that really don't pertain to me or my content, but, you know, taking a little like, not really too much to talk about there. So what I'll do is we'll do some shout-outs, and then maybe we'll do some Q&A, depending on time. You know, we'll see. But let's get the shout-outs, because we actually have a bunch of tips that have come in so far this morning. We start off today with an anonymous tip. Hold on one second here. The first tip, $1.50 tip from an anonymous tipper. Says, can you please play the game on hard? The game is short, not very difficult, even on hard. You already played all Arkham games at least once. I think most people would appreciate a little challenge to the playthrough. I haven't played the game in 13 years. Particularly, I don't remember how challenging the game was, honestly. And I also don't remember how big the fights get. Like, I particularly remember in Arkham City, the fights get difficult because they introduce quite a lot of different gadgets and gizmos to the combat. And making that harder would be a lot more challenging. The thing is, 13 years is such a long time. I really don't remember how hard the game was. Let me put it this way, okay? I'm not against playing it on hard, all right? At the same time, I don't want to make this playthrough a chore. This is the first time I'm playing the game in 13 years. I want this to be like a trip down memory lane, a way for us to remember. I mean, 13 years ago, things were very different. I was different, you were different, the world was different, gaming was different, YouTube was different. I want to kind of get, like, almost travel back in time to that time period and try to re-experience that again. Now, obviously, having an interactive audience, doing this with direct capture, it's going to be a very different experience than the first playthrough, no matter what, right? But I just want you guys to understand, the point of this is not, oh, Phil is, one of these get good players. He's not ultra challenging himself. I've never cared about that shit. You guys know that. I'm just in it to have a good time with you guys, So, again, I'm not against it, but I don't know how tough hard would be.
What was that? Was that hands through air? It was fucking close. Hang on, was that hands through air?
I'm not against it, but I don't know how.
It's not a fucking hands through air. He's fucking scratching his fucking greasy forehead. God damn it. Look at that. I thought it was hands through air.
Tough hard would be. Oh, really? Euphoric Joker says hard takes away all counter icons and bullets will kill Batman almost instantly. I'm not playing it on hard. Thank you very much, Euphoric Joker, for revealing that. That would have been a huge mistake. I need the counter icons. There's no way I can play this without the counter icons. That's insane. So, no. And stop asking. Okay. An anonymous tipper also tipped me $5. Thank you to this anonymous tipper. They said, I've been watching all the Batman animated movies on HBO Max for the first time this past week. They're all so damn good. I can't wait for the playthrough. Yeah, I was actually just talking with someone in the stream chat before the podcast started, excuse me. And we were talking about the 1990s animated stuff DC put out. The Batman animated series and all its seasons. The animated movies like Mask of the Phantasm. Then they had Batman Beyond and the movie Return of the Joker that tied in the original animated series to Batman Beyond. Then they had the Justice League cartoon that had Batman in it. And then eventually Justice League Unlimited. And of course, they also had a Superman cartoon in there. All of that stuff is absolutely positively great. That studio that made all that art style and all those cartoons, that's where the Kevin Conroy voice acting came from, is superbly good. Okay? I was sad when Justice League Unlimited ended. I was like, damn, at least hopefully they'll do other stuff. They never did. Like, they went off to do, like, one-off spin-off movies and stuff. That was kind of the end of that studio doing stuff, which sucks because that was insanely good quality. Anyone who's a DC Comics fan and saw that shit, we're like, wow, this is amazing that this is, existing. Was it called the Bruce Timm Animated Universe? Is that what it was called? I didn't even know that. It's so good. Now, again, if you want to see it all, you start with the Batman Animated Series. I think that had 4 seasons. And then you go into Batman Beyond, and then you watch all the tie-in movies between those two, which there's 2 or 3 of them, if I remember correctly. And then there's Justice League, but you could watch Superman as well. Superman was also quite good. And then you can watch Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. That alone, on all that stuff, is like a ridiculous amount of content that spanned over a decade of their working. And it's quality shit. And it's just sad that it ended the way it did. It just like, oh well, why? There was a fan base for it. It was profitable. I don't understand why it just died. Maybe there's a story behind it. Maybe one day they'll actually do like a documentary on it or something. I actually remember going to the movies with my dad, and we saw Batman Mask of the Phantasm in the theater. And we went in just expecting it to be like a cartoon movie, and we walked out and we were looking at each other like, that was like a seriously good movie. Like, the plot was great. It had twists. Batman was well represented. The Joker wasn't the main villain. Like, it was really well done. And we were all, when we walked out, we were like, we're blown away how fucking good it was. Anyway. So yeah, I agree. Like, all that animated Batman stuff is absolutely outstanding. I highly recommend it. And then what happened is, since then, they do still make DC animated movies, but they're nothing like, they're not that continuous universe. They're all just like kind of one-off spin-off movies. They're all right. I watch them from time to time. Usually they try to do like the more well-known Batman plot lines that never made it to the screen. Like, I've seen what was like The Killing Joke and shit like that. They've done animated movies of. It's all right, but I still miss the days when it was all one continuous universe. Excuse me. Okay, Carlton Jr. to the $1.50. He said, man, I didn't realize you cranked up Dark Cloud a month ago. That was one of the games that used to have premium space at Blockbuster back in the day. Great nostalgia game for me. I hope you revisit it. Yeah, remember, we were just testing out games off of PlayStation Plus Premium, and I only played it for like, what, half an hour, so I didn't really even understand what it was. A lot of people say that game's very nostalgic to them, and maybe one day they'd like to see me play it for real, so I guess we'll see, okay? Okay, continuing on. Thank you for the tip, by the way. Snow Carl to the $1.50 says, would you say you're the kind of person who holds grudges or the kind of person who lets things go easily and tries to smooth things over? Could you exemplify this to some of your past conflicts, perhaps? Thanks. I mean, when it comes to me and my content and my streams, I think you'll notice that I am quite lenient, and as long as someone who has wronged myself or others on the streams and got banned or timed out or whatever, as long as they express remorse, usually I'm pretty forgiving, and I'll just let people come back. I'm not a big, oh, fuck you, you made a mistake and now you're never coming back. You know, I'm not like that. Although admittedly, I think a lot of people feel like I'm too lenient and I give people too many chances, like Snow Carl, who asked the question. So there you go. As for my personal life, the thing is, like, let me put it this way. In my personal life, the people who wronged me, and of course you guys will know some of them, but you don't know all of them. You don't know my entire life story. I've never told it, right? Of the people who wronged me in my life, like, there's probably some people who I feel, yeah, it would be nice to maybe forgive and forget and have them back in my life. But for the most part, it's kind of like you get to a point in your life where you moved on. You know what I mean? Right? Like perfect example here. The John Rambo situation, right? Here's a guy who I was friends with before I ever did YouTube. For many years, we were friends and comrades, traveling all over the place playing competitive Street Fighter. Then the YouTube years hit, right? And for a good 3 solid years, we're constantly making YouTube content together. We're close friends. We're traveling. We're going to conventions together. We're doing our own stuff. You know, it's very exciting, right?
You have certainly not moved on from John Rambo. He's forgotten you long ago. He has not probably thought about your ass in fucking years. And yet you still pine after him like he was the one that got away. Move the fuck on, Phil. He is not wanting to come back. You ruined that all by yourself by being exactly who you've always been.
And then what happens? I move across the country. We have a falling out. You guys can get the full skinny on all of that by watching me reacting to the John and Howard video from 2015, which I did over a month ago now. Almost 2 months ago now, right? Jeez, time flies. So anyway, all that's out in public, right? And some people basically said to me, when I finished that react, they said, well, right now, if you were, to talk to Rambo, if he were to call you or, somehow you were to have contact with him, would you forgive him for the stuff that you feel like he did in this video to you? And would you want to have a friendship, right? And it's like, the thing is, I see it from 2 different perspectives, okay? I see it from a purely emotional, nostalgic perspective, and then I see it from a logical perspective. From a purely emotional, nostalgic perspective, yes, I would love to have a friendship with John Rambo. I'd love to get caught up with him, see how he's doing in his life, and kind of maybe resume a friendship, right? Because I was a friend of his for a long time. Like I said, 2-3 years before YouTube, then another 2-3 years as YouTubers. So, you're talking 6-7 years that I knew the guy, that I was a friend with him until I basically moved away. But then the logic kicks in. It's like, okay, let me think about this logically, all right? I haven't spoken to the guy since 2014. The last time I had any contact with him that he responded to was a text in 2015, 7 years ago. The guy went out of his way to make a video to basically expose my flaws and essentially say, listen, this is why I don't want to be Phil's friend anymore, right? And it's been on the internet for 7 years publicly. So it's obvious that if you look at the situation, 7 years have passed, and we're both, I would love to think that he's thriving, and I don't know, because I don't know the guy, and he doesn't have a public internet presence anymore, and I think he likes it that way, or else why wouldn't he, right? If he really wanted an internet presence, he would have one. It's probably stands to reason. He's
the last I heard, John Rambo won like a movie award for something that he was involved in, like a year or so ago. I didn't even think it was a year ago, but it was some kind of it got awarded something in New York. It's also it's not a proper movie. It's as in like a fucking feature length thing. I think it was some kind of short thing, some kind of. But it definitely seems to be doing quite well for himself, and he seems to be kind of somewhat thriving. And I'm pretty sure his real name is not John Rambo. I think his name's something different. But yeah, he seems to be doing quite well for himself, as far as I know. So yeah, Phil. As I said, I'm pretty sure that fucking the dude's not thought about Phil in fucking years.
Found a nice, healthy life off the internet, and he doesn't want to share that on the internet. I would even go as far to say I feel that the years that he had an internet presence were toxic. That's probably why he wanted to break off any relation with me and move on and do his own thing off the internet eventually. He had a phasing out of his own content, and he hasn't even done anything on the internet in many years, right? So all that being said, what could possibly be benefited, right, from us even having a friendship in 2022? My life is incredibly busy. Nothing has improved.
Money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you to just another Matt for a subscription to the channel. Much appreciated. Anytime the fucking alert goes off, I'm pausing it so we can enjoy the goddamn music, because that is my favourite tune. There's no better detractor tune than that, and I love Meerkat's music as well, know that. But that tune is an absolute banger. Every time you hear it, you've just got to appreciate it and enjoy it. That's just how I fucking roll anyway.
Time-wise, since 7 years ago. If you remember when I made the react to John and Howard's video, I said the reason I didn't talk to him on the phone when I moved is because I didn't have time to call him. He lived on the East Coast. There was a time zone difference, and all my free time was late at night when it was like time for him to be asleep. So I never had a
You'd think that being such good friends, you'd fucking try and find a time for them, you know? You couldn't have fucking adjusted your schedule at all at one fucking possible point ever to fucking make a time for someone you really care about and obviously loved. Also, this pause screen is Jesus Christ, man. This fucking face is a scary looking face. This is a face of a man that misses the one and only friend he's ever had in this fucking life. So why did you leave me, John? It's because you were a scummy, toxic, stupid piece of shit who fucking used people in his life rather than appreciated them. Anytime those fuckers got in touch with you over after you fucking moved, it was always about fucking you trying to get a video out of them. They wanted to see how you were doing, and you just wanted to fucking monetize them again. So no wonder I fucking wanted to fucking burn the bridges from you. I had to make a fucking special video just so you'd fucking stop texting at 3 AM, for fuck's sake.
chance to call the guy and have a phone conversation because I was here all day, every day streaming. When I wasn't, I was trying to have some kind of semblance of a personal life behind the scenes, getting things done. Even back then, I had even less free time than I do today. I didn't even have one day off a week from streaming, if you can believe it. I streamed that much back then. My life hasn't improved, you know what I mean, in that regard. So it's like, how on earth would I even maintain a personal friendship with the guy? I don't even know, you know? So it's kind of like, we have basically moved on for 7 years. As much as there's an emotional feeling of, man, I wish I could go back and have a friendship with the guy again, there's really no point to it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, no. You know, at that point, I probably wouldn't want to have a friendship with Rambo again. I don't know where the benefit would be for either of us. You know what I mean?
That might be one of the most disgusting things I've heard him say. I need that to sink in. I need to just let it sink in. What is in it for Phil? To be a friend to somebody he's known for a long time and cared about for a long time. I need to hear that again. I'm sorry, but
So for me, no. You know, at that point, I probably wouldn't want to have a friendship with Rambo again. I don't know where the benefit would be for either of us. You know what I mean?
I mean, why have friends if they fucking can't do things for you? Yeah? I guess that's Phil's logic right there. I mean, I can't fucking believe that. I mean, I assume if Stevie Dead's still around, he's fucking just going nuts right now on like fucking wondering what the fuck Phil just said and preparing his next fucking chapter in one of his videos, because I cannot believe that Phil has just dismissed having a friendship that easily. What's in it for him? What's the fucking point of Phil having a friend? Someone to fucking talk. Just because you're not fucking around anymore doesn't mean you still can't be fucking friends. Like, the guys I grew up with, I'm still friends with. But even though we fucking moved apart. Oh, Jesus Christ, Stevie, did you miss it? I'm going to rewind for you, pal. I'm going to fucking rewind. You fucking sit there, pal, and enjoy this.
My life hasn't improved, you know what I mean, in that regard. So it's like, how on earth would I even maintain a personal friendship with the guy? I don't even know, you know? So it's kind of like, we have basically moved on for 7 years. As much as there's an emotional feeling of, man, I wish I could go back and have a friendship with the guy again, there's really no point to it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, no. You know, at that point, I probably wouldn't want to have a friendship with Rambo again. I don't know where the benefit would be for either of us. You know what I mean?
There you go, Stevie Dead. I don't know how much you'd missed before dealing with your cat, but his logic of what, you know, could he be, you know, would he want a friendship again with Rambo? That summed up right there. What would be the benefit? Yeah, I had a feeling you'd freak out. There's like, he doesn't see what the benefit would be of being friends. What's in it for Phil? This is the thing though, he thinks, you know, the distance is a factor. I grew up Yeah, he doesn't understand fucking people or fucking relationships. It's crazy. I grew up with, I'll say, some guys, but literally as I was fucking 5 or 6, I've known them. I've known them most of my life. We grew up playing football together, just in the backyard, and we all lived close together at the time. So we just grew up together and playing football, and that involved into like fucking hanging out together, going to the movies together, fucking just going we trips together and all that shit. But over time, we've fucking grown apart in terms of like literally grown apart in terms of like I live here, they live there, and they live over there. They've also got their families. I've got my family, they've got their families. We're still friends. We still see each other when we can. It's not as often as before, but they're still friends, and it's not a case of like the distance is not a factor. Still thinks as a factor. It baffles me his fucking reason here and logic. Cobain, real football, the kind of football you play with your feet, Cobain. Not the American football, which is so stupid to fucking call it football in America when they fucking high the ball most of the fucking time. So dumb. Yeah. Anyway. Fuck off, Cobain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying though? Phil's fucking. I'm still in disbelief. One more time. You
know what I'm saying? So for me, no. At that point, I probably wouldn't want to have a friendship with Rambo again. I don't know where the benefit would be for either of us. You know what I mean? I'm married now. I have someone who I have the closest emotional relationship I'll ever have in my life is to my wife. Back then, John was one of my closest friends, and you know what I mean? Like, he was the guy you talk to about personal shit. I'm married now. I don't need that kind of best friend deal anymore. My best friend is my wife, So
I didn't even think it would get worse, but it's actually getting worse. Phil has enough people in his life he cares about, all one of them. There's one person in his life he cares about. He does not need more than that. This is unbelievable. I can't understand how Phil can. How can any normal human being operate like this? I cannot. Guys, I can't be a friend anymore. I'm married. Bye, friends. I have a new person to be a friend now. I put a ring on a finger and everything. We're friends now. This is incredible, man. This is I need to rewind this again. I'm sorry, guys. We're miles behind. This rant of his is incredible. Hang on. I'm good. I don't care. I'm rewinding it a few minutes.
Howard video.
I'm rewinding like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't fucking care. I'm just gonna let it play out. I'm just gonna let it all play out. No more pausing, no more stopping. I'm just gonna let it all play out so it can just fucking wash over us again.
By the way, Snow Carl to the $1.50 says, would you say you're the kind of person who holds grudges, or the kind of person who lets things go easily and tries to smooth things over? Could you exemplify this to some of your past conflicts, perhaps? Thanks. When it comes to me and my content and my streams, I think you'll notice that I am quite lenient, and as long as someone who has wronged myself or others on the streams and got banned or timed out or whatever, as long as they express remorse, usually I'm pretty forgiving, and I'll just let people come back. I'm not a big, oh fuck you, you made a mistake and now you're never coming back. I'm not like that. Although admittedly, I think a lot of people feel like I'm too lenient and I give people too many chances, like Snow Carl, who asked the question. So there you go. As for my personal life, the thing is, let me put it this way. In my personal life, the people who wronged me, and of course you guys will know some of them, but you don't know all of them. You don't know my entire life story. I've never told it, right? Of the people who wronged me in my life, there's probably some people who I feel, yeah, it would be nice to maybe forgive and forget and have them back in my life. But for the most part, it's kind of like you get to a point in your life where you moved on. You know what I mean? Right? Like perfect example here. The John Rambo situation, right? Here's a guy who I was friends with before I ever did YouTube. For many years, we were friends and comrades, traveling all over the place playing competitive Street Fighter. Then the YouTube years hit, right? And for a good 3 solid years, we're constantly making YouTube content together. We're close friends. We're traveling. We're going to conventions together. We're doing our own stuff. It's very exciting, right? And then what happens? I move across the country. We have a falling out. You guys can get the full skinny on all of that by watching me reacting to the John and Howard video from 2015, which I did over a month ago now. Almost 2 months ago now, right? Jeez, time flies. So anyway, all that's out in public, right? And some people basically said to me, when I finished that react, they said, well, right now, if you were, to talk to Rambo, if he were to call you or, somehow you were to have contact with him, would you forgive him for the stuff that you feel like he did in this video to you? And would you want to have a friendship, right? And it's like, the thing is, I see it from two different perspectives, okay? I see it from a purely emotional, nostalgic perspective, and then I see it from a logical perspective. From a purely emotional, nostalgic perspective, yes, I would love to have a friendship with John Rambo. I'd love to get caught up with him, see how he's doing in his life, and kind of maybe resume a friendship, right? Because I was a friend of his for a long time. Like I said, 2-3 years before YouTube, then another 2-3 years as YouTubers. So, you're talking 6-7 years that I knew the guy, that I was a friend with him until I basically moved away. But then the logic kicks in. It's like, okay, let me think about this logically, right? I haven't spoken to the guy since 2014. The last time I had any contact with him that he responded to was a text in 2015, 7 years ago. The guy went out of his way to make a video to basically expose my flaws and essentially say, listen, this is why I don't want to be Phil's friend anymore, right? And it's been on the internet for 7 years publicly. So it's obvious that if you look at the situation, 7 years have passed, and we're both, I would love to think that he's thriving, and I don't know, because I don't know the guy, and he doesn't have a public internet presence anymore, and I think he likes it that way, or else why wouldn't he, right? If he really wanted an internet presence, he would have one. It's probably stands to reason, and he's found a nice, healthy life off the internet, and he doesn't want to share that on the internet. I would even go as far to say I feel that the years that he had an internet presence were toxic. That's probably why he wanted to break off any relation with me and move on and do his own thing off the internet eventually. He had a phasing out of his own content, and he hasn't even done anything on the internet in many years, right? So all that being said, what could possibly be benefited, right, from us even having a friendship in 2022? My life is incredibly busy. Nothing has improved time-wise since 7 years ago. If you remember when I made the react to John and Howard's video, I said the reason I didn't talk to him on the phone when I moved is because I didn't have time to call him. He lived on the East Coast. There was a time zone difference, and all my free time was late at night when it was like time for him to be asleep. So I never had a chance to call the guy and have a phone conversation because I was here all day, every day streaming. When I wasn't, I was trying to have some kind of semblance of a personal life behind the scenes, getting things done. Even back then, I had even less free time than I do today. I didn't even have one day off a week from streaming, if you can believe it. I streamed that much back then. My life hasn't improved, you know what I mean, in that regard. So it's like, how on earth would I even maintain a personal friendship with the guy? I don't even know, So it's kind of like we have basically moved on for 7 years. As much as there's an emotional feeling of, man, I wish I could go back and have a friendship with the guy again, there's really no point to it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, no. At that point, I probably wouldn't want to have a friendship with Rambo again. I don't know where the benefit would be for either of us. You know what I mean? I'm married now. I have someone who I have the closest emotional relationship I'll ever have in my life is to my wife. Back then, John was one of my closest friends, and you know what I mean? Like, he was the guy you talked to about personal shit. I'm married now. I don't need that kind of best friend deal anymore. I have my best friend is my wife, So there you go. Now, are there other people from my past who I've completely lost touch with, don't talk to, and wish that I could have maintained a friendship with? Yeah. I'm not going to name them or anything. You guys probably don't know a lot of them. There's people who I used to be incredibly friendly with in Connecticut. I would see them from time to time. I would still get invited to parties and or special celebrations of their life, like, they're getting married, they're having kids, etc. I would go to a cookout, I would go to whatever. When I moved, that all ended. It just flat out ended. Because people knew Phil's gone. Can't invite him to nothing. And basically, I felt out of touch with everyone who lived in Connecticut, That's life. That's just life, man, I don't have any grudges against anyone. Like I said, even when we talk about Howard, right? And when I did the react to the John and Howard video, and it became very apparent, very, very apparent, that a lot of the toxicity and negativity towards me from people in Connecticut likely stemmed from him and or a group of people behind the scenes who he was involved with. I don't wish Howard any ill will. I hope he's having a great life, I'm not a person who gives a shit about that stuff. I'm here focusing on my own shit. I could give two shits about what happens to everybody else like that. You know what I mean? Some people are like, oh, that person wronged me, and I hope that their whole life falls apart, and they're in financial ruin, and everything ruined. Can you be any more petty? You know what I mean? Focus on yourself.
Okay, I had to finally stop it there, because this is, how often has Phil glorified and enjoyed when fucking former companies or whatever shit that had things to do with him, like when Blip TV went out of business, Phil embraced that and enjoyed it. When Mashirma went out of business, he embraced that and enjoyed it. Phil is an extremely petty person that glorifies in the fucking misery of other people, especially if those people involved had some sort of, history with him and ended up breaking ties with him. Phil is extremely petty. He has been in the past and he is now. He's still the same petty individual. Pro Jared, people are saying pro Jared as well, fucking up. He took massive fucking enjoyment out of that. There's so many different situations where Phil is showing how much of a petty individual he is. Him trying to convince himself otherwise, it's just lunacy. It's just absolute lunacy. Right, we're miles behind. I cannot believe that rant. I cannot believe that goddamn rant. Ryder Shrinden says, remember his response to Eka's death. Yeah, exactly. This is... Jesus fucking Christ, man. Okay, we need to get through this. We're 4 away from a bingo. Let's not get distracted from the bingo. This is the main thing we need to focus on right now. While Steve's fucking destroying things in his fucking place. Trying to comprehend that rant. We have a bingo game we're trying to win fully. 25 out of 25 means one of you guys can win a gift card. It might happen today.
Self. Just focus on yourself in life and have a good life for yourself. That's all you should ever focus on. Who cares about them, right? I wish everyone the best. I just want to have my own deal going here that's good and positive, you know? Okay. Big Allen to the $1.50 says the Catwoman DLC was day one free DLC. The DLC for Arkham Asylum that you came back to do late was the Robin DLC where it was revealed that Harley Quinn is pregnant with the Joker's kid. The plot point is just never brought up again in Arkham Knight and went nowhere. I actually don't even remember the plot point. So there you go. I actually don't remember that plot point whatsoever. All right. Thank you for that. Anonymous to the $1.50 and says, I played Arkham Origins way later after release and ended up liking it. I heard it was buggy on release, though, and that may be why. I like seeing the origins of a lot of the characters in the boss fights. The Black Mask twist was pretty A, though. For me, when I played Arkham Origins, number one, the game did not feel like it was polished at all. Like, when you play the Arkham trilogy from Rocksteady, the games feel very polished. Are there bugs? Of course, there's always going to be. But for the most part, it's almost like an atmosphere that you're immersed in, and it never really, you know what I mean? Like, there's no fourth wall breaking. There's no, oh, the game's full of bugs and issues. I just felt like Arkham Origins was like that. Like, there was a lot of issues with the graphics, with the combat, things that would happen that would make you feel like you lost your immersion in the universe because you feel like, oh, it's a video game. You know what I mean? And definitely I felt like a lot of the mechanics in the game just didn't hold up. Like, they literally stole the combat engine from Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, but it wasn't as good as the combat engine from Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. It felt wonky. Okay? So, yeah, there you go. Snow Carlton, another $1.50 says, in regards to diversification of content, I think it's a great idea for you to try out new things other than just gaming. In order to carry the streams with just conversation and talking, do you think you need to expand your range of topics, not just games and food? Eventually. As I said, one thing that I will likely do eventually is diversify and talk about other topics. I don't know if it'll be entertainment. I don't know if it'll be politics. I don't know if it'll be world news. I don't know what the fuck it'll be. But we'll get there eventually. Right now, we're not there. Right now, we're very much in a transitional state where I'm trying new things, right? I'm going outside of my comfort zone. I'm trying new things here and there. We're just in the last year, React content, Feasting with the King, which is very different from DSP Tries It. A podcast every day that's formally a podcast with me on camera rather than me talking to you while advertisements are running and shit. You know what I mean? All these changes I'm trying to implement. If I end up getting a new setup this year with a new PC, that would be outstanding. Now I can improve the quality of my content. Maybe we could get, this is like, I feel like I'm rejuvenating the channel. The last year has been a rejuvenating year, and I'm excited for the future. We can keep this kind of going rather than it feeling stagnant. If anything, that was my problem, is for the longest time, I just left things as they were and they stayed stagnant, and that's when you lose any kind of like feeling of freshness or excitement, right? I want to have that feeling of freshness and excitement again every once in a while. We got to implement a new show, a new topic, a new thing, a new spin on something. And I'm down for that. I am. I like this. I've been having a lot of fun with the new things we've been doing. But like anything, it's got to be in moderation, and it's got to be a slow adoption. It can't just be, oh, by the way, guys, I made a decision. We're going to start a politics show, right? And the politics show is going to discuss everything from left to right, up to down. It's going to be very, people are going to argue. We're going to call in guests, and it's going to be crazy. And by the way, that's going to take up half my time now. I'm no longer going to be doing daily gameplay streams or anything. We're going to completely separate. No. What I have to do, all right, is I have to be sure that when I decide to do new things and diversify my content, that I'm not abandoning the people who have been along with me all along the way and made me popular, all right? I'll give you some examples here, all right? The Nostalgia Critic, i.e. Doug Walker, became very popular on the internet for being the Nostalgia Critic. All of a sudden, he decided he wanted to stop being the Nostalgia Critic and do a different kind of content. And I think it was like 2014, I want to say. He just canceled his Nostalgia Critic show and started doing another show. Within 6 months, his popularity completely melted away because no one cared about his new show. They just wanted the Nostalgia Critic. So then what happened? He had to completely go back on his decision and bring back the Nostalgia Critic. Now today, all he does is the Nostalgia Critic and like movie reviews. And the idea for his new show has vanished. You see? It's about diversification and doing it the right way. I can't say, oh, I'm going to change my content overnight and now accept that you're all going to just like that. It has to be a slow change. So if we have ideas for new shows, like React content, right? Implement it into my schedule as a special event every, once a month, once every other month, do an event like that, but don't make it the end all be all of who I am. When I did the react to the Wings of Redemption documentary, it got a lot of positive attention. People were like, wow, this is one of the more insightful things Darkseid's ever done. We'd like to see more of this. Did I immediately start doing a react every other day? No, because I don't want people to feel like I'm abandoning the old style of content that I've done that I really enjoy doing. I just acknowledge that I can't do it forever like that. So you do a slow diversification. And now what are we doing? Well, it looks like we do a react every month and a half, and it's kind of a fun variety deal. But I still get to do the daily gameplay stuff. We still have
Wait a second.
Every month and a half, and it's kind of a fun variety deal.
Variety. He said variety. Bang. Fucking said fucking something. A fucking bingo right there. Fucking hooray for that. Fucking Yaldi. We're free to go.
But I still get to do the daily gameplay stuff. We still have, you see what I mean? So, there you go. Now, I would say, eventually I want to do stuff that's not just games and food. I agree with you, but let's see how we can do that. Let's do it slowly. Can we find a slow implementation of that? But the thing you gotta be very careful of, whenever you're talking about topics like politics or religion, oh, I know. Just from the very few times that we talked about these things on my streams, very polarizing topics. And if someone tends to disagree with you on the topic of politics or religion, there's very few people that I've found on this planet that are like, okay, fair enough. I don't agree with you, but I respect your opinion and I agree to disagree. Most people instead are like this. Oh, you don't completely agree with my views on religion and politics? Well, fuck you, fuck your content, fuck your ass, fuck the world, fuck this, I'll never watch you ever again, you're dead to me. That's the dumbest attitude I think you can have. It's so closed-minded. And let me tell you, in the last decade, since I've been a content creator and I started listening to you guys and your opinions and taking in your feedback, since I learned to walk in someone else's shoes, and even though I might not agree with you, to try to understand why you feel differently than me and try to understand someone else's different perspective, my mind has been open, and I feel like I'm a much wiser, smarter person for it. I can now understand other people's takes, you see? A lot of people aren't like that. So, God forbid that I decide that one day I want to start a politics show, and the first episode I say something that rubs people the wrong way, and I lose a third of my audience, right? So I guess we'll see what happens. Okay? But I'm in no rush to do that kind of content. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Let's continue. 61-second man to me $1.50 and says, would you ever collaborate with another YouTuber or Twitch streamer right now or stay solo? Right now, I'm staying solo. In the future, we'll see. The sky's the limit. As I've told you guys, never, ever was I against seriously collaborating with another YouTuber or another streamer for that matter on anything serious. If someone was going to, for example, do the history of YouTube, and they had a project where they wanted to cover the history of content creation on YouTube and how different it is today than it was, say, a decade ago. And they said, wow, DSP's been someone who's been around the block and he's publicly talked about his experiences on YouTube. I'd like to have him as a guest on this show or this
I'm going to come right out and say that Phil is not really pertinent in the history of YouTube. In the history of YouTube, Phil is irrelevant. I'm just going to come right out and say it. Now, in terms of video game playthroughs, you could probably argue it's kind of irrelevant there as well. Because when I think of, like, the kind of prominent video game YouTubers that have really set the scene over the course of, like, the years and years and years, you get the fucking obvious ones, PewDiePie and all that shit, and was it Markiplier does it as well sometimes, and was it fucking Achievement Hunter kind of guys as well, fucking do all sorts of shit, but they also do fucking video game shit. But there's in terms of fucking the originator, the OG, Slow Beef. Slow Beef was one of the first prominent ones. Certainly done it before Phil. But fucking Phil. Phil has been the fucking, like, one of the history guys. Review Boldness USA only found out about him thanks to his jerk-off incident. This is the thing. I still remember how I found Phil. It was Retsupre done a wee react to, like, a part of his video where he's playing Metal Gear Solid 2. And it's like, they're just fucking reacting to this bumbling buffoon trying to fucking play this game. And he's playing it so fucking terribly. And I was like, this guy can't be fucking real. And then I was like, at first I just thought, this guy's a fucking moronic, like, video game player. It seems kind of annoying, but it's like funny to watch this guy fuck up so much and It's funny to watch someone so stupid try and do something so simple. Then you fucking learn about the person and it's like, oh, this guy's actually a piece of fucking shit. There's a whole fucking community out there that fucking calls him out in his bullshit. I was like, I think I'll join in. I think I'm going to call this guy out in his bullshit as well. I was like, that's wrong, that's stupid, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about that. And then fucking I was like, but you call it Phil and anything, you're going to get fucking banned, you know? And I was like, I'm fucking not done calling out this piece of shit. I think I'm going to call him out some more, whether they can fucking see it or not. I've been fucking following fucking the antics on Twitter side of things anyway for like fucking years and years and years. I said I only just recently started doing videos, but I've been fucking keeping tabs on Phil for fucking years now. I remember him fucking moving to fucking Seattle. It's like I fucking remember him fucking saying goodbye to the fucking old condo. A fucking tiny piece of... It wasn't actually that small, it just looked fucking small because he had so many fucking statues. Every single space was taken up by a statue that he fucking blew money on. Because he was making fuck you money. He was fucking living it big. And he fucking blew it all by overspending on a move to fucking renting, and he can't really afford his home properly. He can't really afford the taxes because he didn't even realise he had to fucking pay taxes and fucking renting because he didn't fucking do his homework.
Project and interview him and have him be a part of it, right? Sounds good. Guess how many people have asked me to do that? 0. You want to know what people want? Oh, drama. Can you come on a show and just answer open Q&A to your haters? Can you come and discuss this new spin on detractor shit? No. Like, when you entertain those fucking people, you're giving them exactly what they want. And that's what I mean. Like, some people try to capitalize on that. I don't want to capitalize on that shit. I want to basically be as little involved in it as possible. So, if anyone was ever serious about a collab and reached out to me and said, hey, Phil, come on the show, we'll have a fun conversation about this serious topic that I feel you have an informed opinion on, and it will be a great opportunity to have, you chime in on something because you have knowledge or experience or whatever, I'd say sure. This doesn't happen. Everyone just wants drama.
He would not say fucking sure. He'd be like, I want the questions beforehand. I want it to be fucking recorded, not live. I want to be able to make sure that I know what you're going to ask so I can prepare my answers before time and all that shit. There's no fucking way he is going to do a live collab of sorts with somebody due to the risk of somebody calling him out live on his bullshit, and he has no fucking way of getting out of it. The only way that would fucking happen is if it was with somebody that he completely and absolutely trusts to not fucking land him in hot water. Phil is incapable of fucking dealing with something on the spot properly. Hell, look at his fucking answer to the snow car question about fucking Rambo. It wasn't even a question about Rambo, it was all about fucking holding grudges, and look what it led to. Rambo, the fucking Rambo rant, and Phil's all of a sudden saying I don't need a fucking friend anymore because I have a wife. I don't see the benefit of being a friend to Rambo. This is all fucking off the top of his head. He didn't plan that fucking, answer out. This is literally Phil unfiltered live, and in his head, it just immediately went to, I don't need a fucking friend because I have a wife. I see no benefits of trying to be friends with Rambo anymore. Because he fucking lives far away. And it's unbelievable. Ragnarok and Roll says, offer to have him on your show to discuss him originating Let's Plays. I'll fucking have him on a show to fucking discuss WWE Champions. Because he seems to be a fucking expert in that.
So, I'm not going to be a part of that. An anonymous nipper to me $4.20 said, thank you for giving me the detailed and personal response to my tip about the Batman animated movies. You're welcome. That's what I always try to do. So now we're at $16 in tips. Thank you, guys. All right, now on the YouTube side of things, now that we're done with tips. Hold on, I gotta refresh. It looks like Andreas Hansen did 2 super chats, each one saying, what is your favorite game? Well, Andreas, I don't particularly have a favorite overall game. I'm not that kind of person. I have favorite games in different genres. So let me give you some examples. If you were to ask me what is my favorite platformer game of all time, I'd say Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. If you were to ask me what is my favorite fighting game of all time, I would say Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. If you were to ask me what's my favorite RPG of all time, I'd probably say that's a tough one. It's probably between a bunch of old school Squaresoft RPGs like Final Fantasy 4 or 6, or maybe Chrono Trigger, because I love all those games. That's the kind of person I am. I don't have an end-all be-all, this one game is my favorite game of all time. Okay? If you were to ask me what is my most played game of all time, probably Street Fighter 2 in its iterations. I probably played that game more than any other video game in history, and likely I will continue to play it in some iteration forever, so likely by the day I die, it will still be the game that I've played the most. Okay? Does that necessarily mean it's my overall favorite game of all time? Maybe. But I don't think in absolutes. So, but I hope that answers your question or helps to answer your question. Okay? Okay. So, guess what? We have a little bit of extra time. I don't really have much else to talk about. So if you guys have any, by the way, holy shit, we have over 400 viewers, almost 100 likes on the stream already. If you're someone who's a newcomer to the stream today and you wonder why you can't talk, it's because I have a 24-hour sub mode on the channel. Why? Trolls. Before I turned on sub mode, sadly we had people coming in here with dozens of clone accounts a day, spamming racist and fucked up stuff. We had to do the 24-hour sub mode, and I apologize if you're a newcomer ready to watch the content. So, awesome. Thank you. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show, okay? Thank you for liking the stream. We have over 100 likes now. Awesome. All right. Oh, really? Walking Paranoia says they have now switched around the unlocked characters for the Multiverses beta. Now that it's open, do you plan on playing it again? Did they? That's neat. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were going to do that. So you're saying the 5 characters I played with now are locked, and now 5 other characters are unlocked, but I unlocked Iron Giant permanently. That would be neat. So there you go. Something to think about, guys. As you know, the poll is live to vote on what I'm going to play tomorrow. Maybe something to think about. There's 5 different characters unlocked in Multiverses, so maybe you guys want to see that for tomorrow night's late stream. Just tossing that out there. Okay? Dacky says, I'm looking forward to Arkham. Most people don't know that you're one of the original mukbangers on YouTube with DSP Tries It and Cooking with the King. I mean, I was doing food tryouts, I guess, taste tests, whatever you want to call them, before they were ever called mukbangs. They changed it to be called that later. Just like I was doing video game playthroughs before anyone called them playthroughs. No one was calling it a playthrough when I started calling my series playthroughs. That's how long I've been around. 14 fucking years I've been doing this.
I'm going to say that's not true. Other people called them playthroughs before Phil did. There's actually evidence of this in his forums. I remember seeing it before. It's something from like 2007. There's that video from 2007 of somebody detailing what they were doing as a playthrough. Someone actually posted it in the King of Hate forums like fucking ages ago. I'm talking like fucking years and years ago. And I only remember that because I went and done that little stream where I fucking visited the King of Hate forums last week. And I fucking remember seeing it. Oh, this is what I'm saying. He's fucking trying to make himself sound more impressive than he actually fucking is. He's fucking lying just for just try. He's pretending he's fucking more important to fucking the YouTube fucking video game side of things than he actually is. Let's fucking break down and let's be fucking real and honest here. Phil got fucking big on YouTube because he spammed the shit out of fucking uploads. He abused the system for Machinima, he abused the shit out of contract, which I applaud him for. He had a contract with Machinima which was dumb as hell, and he milked that bad boy for all it was worth. And I applaud Phil for milking that to his best, the best possible way. He fucking robbed Machinima blind for so long because he was on a fucking views-based contract, and he fucking pumped out video after video after video. So yeah, he made sure he was there day one views. He made sure as shit to fucking get everything out there as fast as possible. And it was quantity, not quality, and that is why Phil got fucking prominent, because he fucking spammed the ever-living shit out of all these uploads. The fucking office as well, he didn't have to fucking worry about trying to convert things or fucking... Every 10 minutes, you know, it's like he record a bunch of shit on a fucking camcorder, parked in front of his TV. Very easy to split the footage every 10 minutes. Fucking split here, split there, split there, split there, upload, 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 upload. Very direct. It's don't have to worry about fucking converting shit or whatever, or you know, there's no capture card thing to worry about. So he was able to play games quickly. He had a fucking walkthrough from him as well, which he admitted, you know, and he fucking got him in day one. And because he fucking used a camcorder as well, it actually wasn't too long to get him on YouTube fucking quickly. And he just fucking, that's what I'm saying, he fucking beat a lot of people to it, simply put, because he fucking had a system in place where he could just fucking rattle through them as fast as fucking possible. Phil got prominent on YouTube because of quantity, not quality, quantity. Phil thinks he done something amazing. And what is actually amazing is that he was given a contract like that in the first place. And as I said, I applaud Phil for fucking abusing the shit out of that contract and milking it for all it's worth. You might as well. If someone's going to offer you a contract like that, I would have fucking done the same fucking thing probably. I would have tried to fucking upload every single fucking thing I could and get the absolute fucking most out of it. Phil doesn't understand that the stuff he was doing never really had much quality to it ever. It never really had much quality. There was some bumbling idiot, which people at first thought was funny, especially a drunken idiot try to play a game badly. People fucking subscribed because they found humour in watching the drunken idiot play a game badly. And then look what happened when I tried to fucking adapt. It's like, oh, I'm going to update my computer and my settings and my graphics card and capture how I capture and how I present my videos. And then fucking Stream Chat got involved and shit and held his hand on a shit. People actually realised that this bumbling idiot was actually quite a boring fuck. And when he's fucking sober, he's not as fun to watch. Especially Stream Chat holding his fucking hand, making sure he doesn't embarrass himself. No wonder he fucking grew stale and stagnant on fucking YouTube. He thinks it was the algorithm. He thinks it was fucking him not adapting with the times. In a sense, you're right, but it's not the way he thinks. It's not about adapting with a fucking, you know, oh, I didn't get a capture card earlier or anything like that. No. Phil was just a boring fucking bastard to begin with, but he never fucking realised that. He thought he was fucking hot shit because he just fucking pumped out all those videos so quickly and just out there just for people to consume, because he was making sure he was getting those day one views just to exploit the old YouTube algorithm and exploit that contract. It was never quality. It was never about fucking video quality with Phil. It was about quantity. I don't know why Phil has convinced himself. He's trying his best to convince himself otherwise. Phil's done well for himself. I'm not trying to say Phil's not done well for himself. He has made a lot of money doing YouTube. More than most of us could ever do. He's also blown more money than most of us would ever do. And that's his own damn fault. He is what he is now because of his own stupidity and his own fucking mistakes. No one fucking loves talking about the fucking retro gravy train days. This is the fucking time when he was at his fucking peak.
You know? Speaking of which, would you guys like to check on the poll? All right. So, the poll's been running for just under an hour, about 45 minutes, okay? And so far, here's how we're going. Out of the 4 options, here's what we've got, with 264 votes in. Final Fantasy VII and Fable Anniversary has 16% of the vote. Final Fantasy VII and Multiverses has 13% of the vote. Batman Return to Arkham Asylum and Fable Anniversary has 17% of the vote. And Batman Return to Arkham Asylum and Multiverses has 54% of the vote. That's a lot. That's a large percentage. I wonder what it is about that particular combination. Okay. Finn, Rain Dog, and Superman are now 3 of the new unlocked characters. I know at the top of my head says Walking Paranoia. That's cool. Did they lock the other characters? It's interesting. Dacky, no, we're not doing that. Dacky said, when we do the closet stream on Saturday, every $10 to $20 in tips, can we pull a new item out of the closet? I'm not going to base it on tips. Listen, if people want to come by and support the stream on Saturday, great. I'm not going to be paywalling items in the closet. we're going to do it as a casualized stream, no pressure. I mean, yeah, as a fundraising idea, maybe it works. I'm not going to treat it like that. We're just going to have a good time with it, and we're going to get through the closet over the course of the day.
I know who that is. That's a detractor. A detractor suggested that. I know who that is. It's funny when he had chin scratched to bingo. Like, which chin? How many chins has Phil got these days hiding under that wee goatee patch as is? Not as many as a cat, probably. But yeah, that's something I recognise that question because I've seen them suggest it earlier on that they said they were going to. Yeah, Steve, exactly. Yeah, I think you know who I'm talking about. I'm surprised Phil shut it down. It's actually a solid idea if he wants to fucking earn money. But yeah, our undercover boys in the field, exactly.
Only Eyes Goes said, would I bring back Poorly Cooking with the King as a member's goal? No, I'm never bringing back Poorly Cooking with the King. We already talked about this a few weeks ago and said an idea for the future, once we get there, which we're not yet, we're not even in a situation where I can do this yet, would be that perhaps I try to cook recipes, okay? Not Poorly Cooking with the King shit that I cook that's not good, but me actually getting a recipe of something and trying to cook it for myself and me documenting myself trying to cook that recipe, you see? Whether that means I have a camcorder or something that I'm filming myself or I don't.
Get Kat to hold a fucking camera. Make her do something useful for once in her fucking life. The only useful thing she's been able to do so far, whenever she's fucking been with you, is to fucking make sure Jasper doesn't annoy you too much. That's literally the most useful thing she has done for you.
I don't know how I would do it. That's what I mean. The means, I have no idea. But we'd have to figure it out. But long term, maybe that's something I would do. No, Poorly Cooking with the King is never returning. I'm never going to go back and try to make shitty recipes of bad food. Okay. LeBron James is now in the game for 2,000 gold. It's funny. Gut says, hello there, are you going to obtain the hidden collectibles in the game? I don't even know how to get them. If you guys know how to get them and want to guide me to them, if I can't figure it out, I mean, I'd be down for that. But I don't know if you guys want to see me 100% this game and how difficult it is. I didn't do that in my original playthrough, obviously. You know? Again, just like with anything, it's up to you guys. If I'm playing Batman, and you guys are loving the playthrough, and I'm getting good attendance, engagement, support, and people want to see it be a lengthier playthrough where I do all the content, I'm down for it. But if people get bored of it and don't want to see all that, then we don't have to do it. I'm okay with whatever, man. I'm open. Expand Dong says, Xenoblade 3 reviews are out. The consensus seems to be it's the best in the series. It's a shame the viewers chose Fable for summer RPG. It's not gripping. Yeah, the reviews also say that Xenoblade 3, I'm not kidding, is a 140-hour long RPG. Sorry. As an interactive content creator, even me, I have to draw the line somewhere. All right? We just had a 6-month-long playthrough of Skyrim, okay? 6 months I was playing Skyrim. Do you know how long that playthrough was? About 120 or so hours. Can you imagine me playing Xenoblade 3, 140-hour-long game? Like, you have to be fucking insane, right? I'm sorry. That's just not for me. If that were, you know what I mean? Like, if I was someone who I played one game consistently and all I did was play Xenoblade 3 for a month to beat it, that's one thing. There's no way I'm going to play that and balance it with other shit and get any significant length into it. It's too long. And that's fine for someone who maybe, okay, this is the only game you're going to play for a while, and you're completely down with playing it for 2-3 months and putting an insane amount of grind into it or whatever. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that kind of game. But not for me, for the kind of content I put out. You understand? Dacky says, after the closet stream, do you think we could swap out the assassin statue for another one? It's been about a month, right? Connor's been back here for about a month. And I guess what we can do is we can see what we find on Saturday in the closet. I don't even know what's in there. We might find collector's edition content from previous games. We might find little statuettes. Who knows what's in there? Nothing of any significant value. I know that much. But I don't know if there's anything in there like this that we could maybe toss back here. I'm down for that. You know, the whole Independence Day theme will be over. So yeah, we could definitely swap it out. Christian, I watched both Batman Beyond and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. I think Return of the Joker is one of the best animated films I've ever seen in my life. It's that good of a movie. I never saw the entirety of the Batman Beyond series, but I liked it. No, I'm not going to play Fortnite again. No, I'm not going back to do DSP monthly montages. I can't even edit. I don't have video editing software. Jade says, I've never old hear Joker voice. My favorite Joker is Mark Hamill. My favorite Batman is Kevin Conroy. I agree with you on both. Although, a close second for me is the Jack Nicholson Joker. I know a lot of people say Jack Nicholson Joker isn't Joker. I think it's a great rendition of the Joker. I think it's basically, it was the first time you could see that the Joker could be a real person. You know, as cartoony as it is that he falls in a vat of chemicals to make him look like that, it was pretty creepy. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. I liked that Joker. But, I agree Mark Hamill Joker's outstanding. Okay. All right, guys, last chance for any question or any shout out or anything before we go on a brief break and then we get started. I'm going to use the restroom before we start. Okay. Did I ever have a Batman statue? Hold on. That I could put up for the Batman playthrough? I did a long time. It was one of the Batman games. I can't remember if it was Arkham City or Arkham Knight that came with a Batman statue. I distinctly remember having a collector's edition statue of Batman at one point, but I'm fairly certain we don't have it anymore. Maybe, again, that's one of the things on Saturday as we go through the closet. Do I still have a Batman statue? I think, if I remember correctly, I sold it. I think there was a Batman, and I think many years ago I sold it online. But I can't remember. I think I might have sold it a long time ago.
But Phil, how could you sell it online with all the detractors and trolls that exist on there? You've had detractors and trolls hounding you for so many years now. How could you sell it online when there are so many nasty, evil detractors and trolls ready to fucking screw up any chance you have of making money through online sales? That does not equate. That does not add up. How did you do it in the past and you can't do it anymore? Explain yourself, Phil. Also, say unique, yeah, bam.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's end this episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Thank you so very much. Great episode, great interaction, great discussion of Arkham Asylum and its history and my content creation. Really good one. I had a good time here, and I hope that you feel the same, all right? Now we get started with the game. All right. Excellent, guys. Thanks so very much. By the way, one thing to close with. I would absolutely love it if someone had an idea for an outro for the show. Right now I have an intro, which is great. But every day I'm like, okay, bye, and I click end recording. It would be great if we had a way to, like, a thing to play for the outro. All right? So if anyone has any ideas, just a quick thing for an outro would be great, okay? Thank you. All right, let's switch over. Like I said, I gotta use the bathroom before we start, but let's switch over here. We'll take a brief break for me to use the bathroom. There we go here. Cool. I think that's centered, maybe not. I'm not sure. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Please be patient. I'll be right back in a few minutes, and we'll start with Batman. Cool.
Now, guys, I am 44 minutes behind. Would you look at that? I'm 44 minutes behind, so I can catch up to when it comes back. But I cannot believe I'm that far behind. But Jesus Christ, the man infuriates me. I have to rant sometimes. It is what it is. Nothing I can do. Bugged ranting mechanics, man.
All right, everyone.
Right. Okay, he's back. So let's see if he says it before he hits record.
All right, everyone. I am back. We're about to get started. So everyone, please get settled in. Hold on. Let me grab the controller. It's on the floor.
See, that would count as standing up. If it was on the card, that would count as standing up because it's not part of his break. He sat down, started again, then he stood up again. So, yeah.
The other character in rotation is Garnet from Steven Universe. Okay. So there's at least 4 new characters in multiverses. You know, right now the poll is live. For those who weren't here for the podcast, the poll is live on the main channel page here of DSP Gaming, where you can vote on what you'd like to see for tomorrow's streams. The options being either Batman or Final Fantasy VII, and then either Fable or Multiverses tomorrow night. Okay, so please vote.
So just a reminder, I'm going to keep it on full screen. That way if Phil does, like, you know, put his hands through his hair, you get to see it as well. But we're listening out for him saying unique or Twitter.
And I'm being told that, yes, they now have these new characters in the rotation for Multiverses, so I'd be able to play with newer characters, which is kind of neat. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else before we get started. No, but I think I'm going to do a little bit of an intro for those watching on demand on YouTube. I think a lot of people feel this is going to be a momentous playthrough for them, a big throwback to my older content from many years ago, okay? Hello, Camaro Lover. How are you? Okay, is everyone ready? All right, here we go. Let's get started. Jesse says, am I going to play all the Arkham games leading up to the release of Arkham Knights? I think you'd get a lot of viewers. All of them? Probably not. A few of them, yes. All of them, probably not. Okay, let's continue. Hello, everyone.
Okay, it looks like that is the end. He is recording his intro for YouTube as a start of essentially gameplay getting recorded, so the podcast is officially at an end. We're so close. 22 out of 25. I cannot believe this motherfucker has not said unique. I am actually so annoyed he has not said unique. I cannot. No. We're going straight to pig. Just right there. Like my little pig go. No, I'm clicking the wrong thing. I did that every fucking time. Unique. It's. I am so fucking triggered. You have no idea how annoyed I am that he has not said unique. You wait until you fucking see this, guys. Wait until you fucking see this. What am I looking for? Where the fuck is it? Two things. Where the fuck is it? I genuinely am so surprised I didn't see unique. Where the fuck is it? Should be here. Alright, found it. Sorry about that. Yep, unique. And no, yeah, podcast. So I'm pick. We'll go full screen, sorry, we'll go full screen. You guys need to fucking see this, honestly. Unique is a word, searching for all things podcast. You want to see how many times it says unique? Just on the podcasts. It said it 1, 2, 3, 4 times yesterday. So 4 times yesterday. A day before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He said it 20 times 2 days ago in one podcast. He actually said it 20 goddamn times in one single podcast 2 days ago. And then the day before, he says it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in. The day before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I cannot believe it. I cannot fucking believe it. How has he not said unique? That is a mystery to me. I cannot believe. Look for the word support. Alright. Remember, these are only podcasts only. 2,438. Oh, he says support a lot. Oh, that's a lot of support. For fuck's sake, man. That's a lot of support. What about modern? Look for the word robusta, for fuck's sake. This is just going to turn into a pig go stream. Robust only has 27 appearances. The last time was the 25th of July. And before that was the 3rd of July. There you go. Right, guys. I have been streaming for over 3 hours now. It was a close bingo. But sadly it wasn't to be. But I am going to end things. So just ignore this title up here. I don't know why that's there. Somebody tipped him 140 ZAR. I don't know how much that is, but it seems it might be a lot. I don't know. Oh, somebody super chatted him. Sorry, that is not it. We are going to end the way we always end. We're going to end with Pixar Animations contributions. So, this is the way we always end things. So guys, thank you very much guys for joining me. I do appreciate it. Sadly I didn't get 25 out of 25, but it's still been a good bingo stream. I do appreciate everyone's help and making sure I didn't miss anything. Sometimes I did miss things, you know, so you guys came in clutch just to kind of keep me right. And yeah, we also kind of brushed up a wee bit in the card. We kind of removed a couple of things, added a couple of things. And yeah guys, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is his last day before having a day off, so it could be tomorrow where we get the full 25 out of 25, which has eluded us for so long. But yeah, thank you very much guys for coming. I do appreciate it. I need to change the speed of this settings. This is still 1.5 or 2.5 is. Yeah, I fucking knew it. I knew the fucking 1.25 still. Just because I was fucking watching Phil in 1.25 the whole time. But guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope we catch you all tomorrow for some more bingo for what is going to be Phil's last bingo of the week before his much needed day off. But yeah guys, hope you enjoy it tomorrow. And enjoy the wee outro of Pixar Animations' brilliant video of contributions, the notorious PIG. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, peace out, and have a good evening. Cheerio.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.